Life throws challenges at everyone. Sometimes it feels like problems pile up and take over our thoughts, making it hard to move forward. But what if the way we focus could change everything? Instead of getting stuck on what's wrong, imagine training yourself to look for solutions, real steps you can take to improve your situation every day. This shift isn't just about thinking positively, it's about practical actions that build strength, confidence, and control in your life. In this script, you'll discover how to change your mindset, build habits that keep you moving forward, and handle difficulties with calm and purpose. You'll learn how to break big problems into manageable parts, use failures as stepping stones, and surround yourself with people who lift you up. Most importantly, you'll see how taking responsibility and celebrating progress can fuel lasting growth. This is not about quick fixes or empty advice. It's about real tools and straightforward steps you can apply now to create lasting change. Whether you're facing personal struggles, work challenges, or just want to get better every day, focusing on solutions will help you build resilience and open doors to success. Stick with this and you'll find new ways to tackle problems that once seemed overwhelming. You'll start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. This is your chance to take control and move toward the life you want. Step by step, solution by solution. Chapter 1. Shift your mindset by choosing solutions over problems daily. Choosing solutions over problems every single day is more than just a mindset shift. It's a profound transformation in how you engage with life's challenges. It's the difference between feeling stuck and feeling empowered. It's what separates those who endlessly dwell on what's wrong from those who take control and create meaningful change. This chapter invites you to make that shift, to move from being a passive observer overwhelmed by problems into an active participant focused on solutions that open doors to growth, peace, and success. The way the mind works is simple yet powerful. It follows where attention goes. When you constantly focus on problems, the mind stays trapped in a loop of frustration, anxiety, and often helplessness. This mental cycle drains energy and blurs vision. However, shifting your focus towards solutions reroutes your thoughts toward action, creativity, and hope. This is not wishful thinking, but deliberate practice. It's a choice to stop fueling the fire of negativity and instead kindle a flame of constructive change. First, understand that problems are inevitable in life. They will appear without invitation. What matters most is how you respond to them. Every problem is essentially a question waiting for an answer. That answer is the solution. When you stop treating problems as roadblocks and start viewing them as challenges that invite solutions, you empower yourself to move forward. This perspective reframes obstacles from threats to opportunities. It trains your brain to look for ways to adapt, learn, and overcome. Making this shift is not about ignoring problems or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging the problem fully, without emotional overload, and then redirecting your energy to what you can do. When a problem arises, pause and take a breath. Notice the feelings that surface: frustration, fear, confusion, but don't let them take control. Instead, remind yourself that your power lies in your response. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to improve this situation? Or what steps can I take to make this better? This simple question reorients your mind and opens space for solutions to emerge. Building this habit requires patience and discipline. The mind tends to default to negativity because it is wired to protect us by focusing on threats. That ancient survival mechanism now works against you when it makes small problems loom large in your mind. You need to consciously retrain your brain by practicing daily focus shifts. When you catch yourself stuck in problem-focused thinking, gently redirect your thoughts toward action. This might mean writing down potential solutions, brainstorming alternatives, or seeking advice. Over time, your brain will become more comfortable and quicker at solution-oriented thinking. One practical way to do this is to create a simple journal dedicated to solutions. When problems arise, jot them down, but immediately follow with at least 3 possible actions or solutions. Don't worry if they seem imperfect. The goal is to build the habit of looking for answers rather than dwelling on difficulties. This physical act of writing bridges your mental intention with real-world action. It helps you see that problems are manageable and that solutions are always within reach. Another powerful technique is visualization. Imagine yourself successfully resolving a problem. Picture the steps you take and how you feel once it's solved. Visualization primes your brain for success and reduces anxiety about uncertainty. It also enhances creativity by encouraging your mind to explore possibilities beyond current limitations. By seeing solutions in your mind first, you build confidence to pursue them in reality. It is also essential to develop emotional resilience alongside this mindset shift. Problems often trigger strong emotions, such as frustration, disappointment, or fear. These feelings can cloud judgment and stall progress. Accepting your emotions without judgment while keeping your focus on solutions is a skill that strengthens over time. When difficult feelings arise, acknowledge them but don't allow them to dictate your decisions. Instead, respond with calm and reasoned action. This balance is the hallmark of mental mastery and emotional intelligence. Cultivating a solution-focused mindset also involves changing your language. The words you speak and think shape your reality. Notice when you use problem-centered language like "I can't," "this is impossible," or "why does this always happen to me?" Replace these with empowering phrases such as "what can I do?" "how can I improve this?" and "this is a challenge I will overcome." This shift in language rewires your thinking patterns and builds optimism and determination. Surrounding yourself with people who practice solution-focused thinking reinforces your own growth. Negative and complaining individuals can drain your energy and pull you back into problem fixation. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire action, creativity, and positivity. Engage in conversations that revolve around possibilities and growth rather than obstacles and excuses. Social environments strongly influence your mindset, so choose your circle wisely to support your transformation. Taking action is the core of this mindset shift. Solutions come to life only when you act on them. Even small steps build momentum and increase confidence. Break problems into manageable tasks and start with what you can do immediately. This might mean making a phone call, researching options, or simply changing your attitude toward the situation. Action dispels fear and helplessness and replaces it with progress and hope. It is also helpful to recognize that some problems require time and patience. Not every solution is immediate or obvious. Cultivate persistence and trust the process. Keep your focus on what you can control and continue taking deliberate steps forward. When progress slows, remind yourself that steady, consistent effort compounds over time. This perspective nurtures resilience and prevents discouragement. Learning from setbacks is another crucial element. When a solution attempt doesn't work, treat it as valuable feedback rather than failure. Analyze what didn't work, adjust your approach, and try again. This iterative process is the foundation of growth and innovation. Viewing setbacks as part of the journey keeps your mindset firmly on solutions instead of problems. This mindset shift also extends beyond personal challenges. It influences how you approach relationships, work, and community. Focusing on solutions builds collaboration, creativity, and shared progress. When you bring this attitude to your interactions, you become a source of calm and constructive energy for others. Your ability to focus on what can be done instead of what's wrong inspires those around you and creates a positive ripple effect. At its core, shifting your mindset to solutions is an act of self-mastery. It requires discipline to notice your thoughts, courage to redirect your focus, and commitment to take consistent action. This is a lifelong practice that deepens with experience and intention. As you develop this mindset, you will find life less overwhelming and more empowering. You will wake up each day equipped to face challenges with clarity, strength, and hope. To begin today, commit to one simple action. When you encounter a problem, pause and ask yourself, what is one small step I can take right now to move toward a solution? Then act on that step. Repeat this practice whenever challenges arise, and watch how it transforms your thinking and your life. This daily choice to focus on solutions builds a foundation for resilience, growth, and fulfillment. It turns problems into opportunities and fear into confidence. It creates a life where you are no longer a victim of circumstances, but an architect of your destiny. The power to change your life lies within your mind and your actions. Shift your mindset. Choose solutions. Live empowered. Chapter 2. Focus your energy on actionable steps that bring results. Focusing your energy on actionable steps that bring results is the essential bridge between dreams and reality. Without this focus, ideas remain vague, goals stay distant, and progress stalls. The difference between those who achieve their desires and those who don't lies in the consistent application of effort toward concrete actions that produce meaningful change. This chapter explores how to direct your energy deliberately, avoid distractions, and make every move count toward your goals. Energy is one of your most valuable resources. Unlike time, which is fixed, energy fluctuates based on your physical, mental, and emotional state. Managing your energy well means recognizing when you are most alert and productive, and using those moments to tackle the most important tasks. When your energy is scattered or spent on unproductive activities, your progress diminishes and frustration grows. Focusing energy means aligning your actions with your priorities and eliminating what drains you without benefit. To begin focusing your energy effectively, clarity is crucial. You must know exactly what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. Vague ambitions or scattered goals divide your attention and waste your power. Take the time to define your objectives in precise, actionable terms. Instead of saying, I want to get healthier, say, I will walk for 30 minutes every morning, or I will prepare nutritious meals 4 times a week. Clear targets give your mind and body direction, making it easier to commit energy toward them. Once clarity is established, it's important to break down your goals into small, manageable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming and create resistance. When energy is focused on smaller, achievable tasks, you build momentum and experience regular wins. Each step completed feeds motivation and reduces the chance of burnout. This is the power of actionable steps. They turn abstract intentions into real progress. Another key to effective energy focus is learning to say no to distractions and low-value tasks. In modern life, distractions are everywhere. Social media, unnecessary meetings, endless notifications. These activities drain energy without advancing your goals. It takes discipline to protect your focus and prioritize tasks that produce results. Setting boundaries, scheduling focused work periods, and minimizing multitasking are practical ways to conserve and direct energy. It's equally important to avoid perfectionism, which can trap energy in endless planning or hesitation. Taking imperfect action moves you forward and reveals what works and what doesn't. Waiting for perfect conditions or complete knowledge wastes precious energy. Commit to progress over perfection by starting now, learning as you go, and adjusting your approach. Action is the ultimate energizer. Creating a daily ritual around your highest impact activities sharpens your energy focus. Choose a consistent time each day, dedicated to the most important task related to your goal. During this time, eliminate distractions, silence your phone, and fully engage with the work. This practice builds a powerful habit that trains your mind to focus and deliver results. The more often you experience this deep work, the stronger your ability to direct energy grows. Monitoring your energy levels throughout the day also supports focused action. Notice when you feel most alert and schedule demanding tasks accordingly. Use lower energy periods for less intense activities like organizing, planning, or rest. Fuel your body with nourishing food, regular movement, and adequate sleep to maintain steady energy. When your physical health is cared for, mental focus naturally improves. Visualizing the positive outcomes of your actions can strengthen your energy focus. Imagine how completing each step will improve your life and bring you closer to your goal. This mental picture generates enthusiasm and sharpens your resolve. When you feel tempted to divert energy to less meaningful tasks, reconnect with this vision to realign your focus. Tracking progress is another effective method to sustain energy on actionable steps. Keep a journal, checklist, or app that records daily achievements. Seeing tangible evidence of movement forward energizes your motivation and highlights what works. It also helps identify obstacles or patterns that need adjustment. Accountability, whether self-imposed or through a partner, further enhances focus and energy commitment. Equally vital is managing your mindset about energy and results. Understand that effort and results do not always have a linear relationship. Sometimes hard work takes time to show visible outcomes. Patience paired with persistent action is necessary to maintain energy focus. When you encounter setbacks or slow progress, remind yourself that consistent effort builds foundations for success. Your energy invested today shapes tomorrow's achievements. Simplifying your environment also boosts your ability to focus energy. A cluttered space, digital overload, or chaotic schedule scatters attention and wastes effort. Create a clean, organized workspace and remove unnecessary commitments. Streamlining your surroundings allows you to channel energy more directly toward your priorities without distraction. It helps to regularly review and adjust your actions to ensure energy is spent wisely. What worked well? What drained energy with little return? This reflection sharpens your ability to choose the most impactful steps. Growth depends on learning from experience and adapting. Energy is not unlimited, so optimizing its use becomes a skill critical for long-term success. Focusing energy on actionable steps also requires emotional regulation. Frustration, doubt, or anxiety can sap motivation and cause energy to dissipate. When negative emotions arise, acknowledge them without letting them dominate your thinking. Use techniques like deep breathing, brief walks, or mindful pauses to reset your mental state. Returning to calmness restores energy for purposeful action. Embracing a solution-focused attitude enhances your energy investment. Instead of worrying about obstacles, concentrate on what you can do now. This shifts energy from resistance to creativity and progress. When you adopt this mindset consistently, your brain becomes wired to seek effective steps, making focused action more natural. One practical exercise to develop this focus is time blocking. Assign specific periods in your day to work exclusively on one actionable task. During these blocks, remove all distractions and commit fully. Start with short intervals like 25 minutes and gradually increase. This method trains your brain to concentrate energy intensely and improve productivity. In addition, recognizing the power of rest is essential. Pushing energy beyond limits without recovery leads to burnout and decreased effectiveness. Incorporate breaks and relaxation to recharge. Energy cycles naturally, so respecting this rhythm keeps your focus sharp over time. Collaborating with others who value action and results can amplify your energy focus. Share goals with supportive peers, seek advice, and celebrate achievements together. Positive social support reinforces your commitment and encourages continued effort. Ultimately, focusing energy on actionable steps transforms intention into reality. It requires clarity, discipline, patience, and self-awareness. When energy is aligned with purposeful action, progress becomes inevitable. Each step builds confidence and momentum that propel you closer to your aspirations. The power to shape your life lies in the energy you invest and the steps you take. Harness this power by choosing clear, focused actions every day. Protect your energy from distraction and depletion. Trust the process of consistent effort even when results are not immediate. This practice will develop your capacity to create lasting change. Starting now, identify one meaningful goal and list 3 small actions you can take today to move toward it. Focus your energy fully on completing those actions without distraction. Notice how this focused effort feels compared to scattered or passive activity. Repeat this process daily to build strength in purposeful energy investment. Over time, this disciplined focus becomes a natural part of your life. Challenges become opportunities for action. Your progress accelerates, and your confidence deepens. This is how results grow. From consistent, focused energy spent on actionable steps that matter. Commit to this way of living. Direct your energy wisely. Take the next step. The journey of transformation begins with your focused action now. Chapter 3. Build resilience through facing challenges with positive responses. Resilience is the quiet strength that allows a person to endure hardship and emerge stronger. It is not an innate trait reserved for a few, but a skill developed through facing life's challenges with intention and a positive response. Building resilience means training yourself to withstand pressure, recover from setbacks, and keep moving forward with clarity and courage. This process transforms obstacles into stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks. Life will inevitably bring difficult moments that test your resolve. Rather than shrinking from these moments or allowing negativity to overwhelm you, resilience invites you to meet adversity head-on with a mindset that sees possibility instead of defeat. It's a commitment to remain grounded and proactive, regardless of external circumstances. Each challenge faced with this attitude deepens your inner strength and widens your capacity to handle future difficulties. When confronted with a challenge, the immediate emotional reaction often includes fear, frustration, or disappointment. These feelings are natural and do not need to be suppressed. Instead, acknowledge them without judgment, allowing yourself to feel fully while maintaining awareness that these emotions are temporary. This awareness creates space for a deliberate choice about how to respond, rather than reacting impulsively or being consumed by negativity. Choosing a positive response to adversity does not mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine. It means intentionally focusing on what can be done despite the difficulty. This approach shifts your energy from resistance towards solution and growth. It nurtures hope and cultivates a mindset that problems are temporary states to navigate rather than permanent obstacles to surrender to. One way to strengthen resilience is through reframing challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. When something goes wrong, pause and ask yourself, what can this teach me? Or how can this make me stronger? This reframing turns the experience into a valuable lesson that enriches your understanding and equips you with new skills. Over time, this habit creates a mental framework that welcomes growth even in tough situations. Resilience also grows through consistent practice of self-discipline. When setbacks occur, it's tempting to retreat or give up. Instead, develop the discipline to keep showing up, even if progress feels slow or invisible. Small daily actions, maintained over time, build the endurance needed to face larger challenges. This steady commitment reinforces your belief in your ability to influence outcomes through effort. Another vital element is maintaining perspective. Challenges can feel overwhelming when seen as all-encompassing crises. Stepping back and viewing problems within the larger context of your life can reduce their emotional intensity. Remember past difficulties you have overcome and the strength you displayed. This reflection renews confidence and prevents despair. Physical well-being supports resilience. Stress and adversity take a toll on the body, and caring for it enhances your capacity to cope. Regular exercise, quality sleep, and proper nutrition strengthen your body's ability to withstand stress. When your physical health is solid, your mind is better equipped to respond positively under pressure. Building a support system also aids resilience. Connecting with people who encourage you and offer constructive support provides emotional resources during tough times. Sharing challenges and receiving feedback reduces isolation and inspires new perspectives. Resilience is not about facing everything alone, but knowing when and how to seek help. Practicing mindfulness techniques can enhance emotional regulation. A key component of resilience, mindfulness encourages you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, reducing reactivity. This calm observation allows you to choose responses based on reason rather than emotion. Over time, mindfulness cultivates mental clarity and emotional stability that support positive reactions to challenges. Visualizing successful outcomes is another tool that strengthens resilience. Imagine yourself navigating the challenge with confidence and grace. Picture the steps you take and the feelings of accomplishment afterward. This mental rehearsal builds optimism and prepares you emotionally to meet difficulties without fear. It's important to celebrate progress and resilience milestones, no matter how small. Recognizing your ability to respond positively reinforces your inner strength. It reminds you that setbacks are part of growth and that you have the power to overcome. Resilience thrives when you let go of what you cannot control. Focusing energy on changing circumstances beyond your influence drains strength and breeds frustration. Instead, concentrate on your attitudes, choices, and actions. This focus returns power to you and anchors resilience in agency. Developing patience is also critical. Some challenges require time to resolve and cannot be rushed. Impatience often leads to discouragement and reactive behavior. Cultivate a steady, calm endurance that holds space for solutions to unfold naturally while continuing to act persistently. Adopting a growth mindset complements resilience. Believing that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort encourages persistence. Challenges become opportunities to stretch and improve, rather than signs of limitation. This mindset fuels resilience by framing adversity as part of a learning journey. Resilience involves a balance between acceptance and action. Accept the reality of the challenge without resignation. At the same time, actively pursue ways to address it. This balance keeps you grounded in reality while fostering hope and initiative. When setbacks feel overwhelming, breaking problems into smaller parts can prevent paralysis. Focus on manageable pieces and solve them step by step. This approach builds momentum and makes progress visible, reinforcing resilience. Embracing flexibility helps resilience too. Sometimes the original plan needs adjustment in response to new challenges. Being willing to adapt strategies rather than rigidly sticking to one path keeps you moving forward despite obstacles. Developing emotional intelligence enhances your ability to respond positively. Understanding your emotions and those of others helps you navigate social dynamics and reduce conflict during stressful times. This skill supports resilience by fostering harmonious relationships and constructive communication. Building resilience is an ongoing process. Every challenge met with positive response adds to your capacity. Each experience contributes to a foundation of strength that grows over time. This cumulative effect transforms you into a person who no longer fears difficulty but welcomes it as a catalyst for growth. Ultimately, resilience is a choice you make moment to moment. It is the decision to face life with courage, optimism, and determination. This choice does not guarantee an absence of pain or struggle, but ensures you will rise each time you fall. To begin cultivating resilience today, start by acknowledging a current challenge and how it affects you emotionally and physically. Then commit to one positive action that addresses the challenge, no matter how small. Notice how taking this step influences your feelings and mindset. Repeat this process regularly, building resilience muscle through consistent effort. This path leads to a life where difficulties no longer intimidate, but inspire strength. Challenges become teachers rather than enemies. Your ability to respond positively empowers every aspect of your life, creating a foundation of peace, growth, and unstoppable determination. Resilience is not just survival, it is thriving amid adversity. Chapter 4. Develop habits that prioritize solutions over dwelling on issues. Developing habits that prioritize solutions over dwelling on issues transforms the way you engage with challenges and defines the quality of your daily experience. Habits shape your reality because they become the automatic responses that steer your thoughts, feelings, and actions. By intentionally cultivating habits centered on seeking solutions, you build a mental framework that naturally moves you toward progress and away from unproductive rumination. This shift creates lasting change, enabling you to navigate life with greater clarity, purpose, and calm. The first step in developing these habits is becoming deeply aware of how much time and energy you spend fixating on problems without moving toward resolution. It is common to get caught in repetitive loops of worry, blame, or frustration. This pattern feels familiar but is harmful because it keeps you stuck in negative emotions and drains your capacity to act. Awareness creates the space for choice. When you notice yourself slipping into problem-focused thinking, use it as a signal to consciously redirect your mind towards solution-oriented thinking. Creating new habits requires consistency and repetition. Begin by setting clear intentions each morning or at moments when you find yourself overwhelmed by issues. Affirm your commitment to prioritize solutions. For example, mentally state, "Today I will focus on what I can do to improve situations instead of getting stuck on what is wrong." These simple affirmations serve as anchors to keep your mindset aligned throughout the day. Another practical habit to build is asking yourself empowering questions whenever you encounter a difficulty. Instead of wondering, "Why is this happening to me?" or "What is wrong with this situation?" ask, "What is one step I can take right now to make this better?" or "How can I learn from this and move forward?" These questions immediately shift your focus from helplessness to proactive engagement, training your brain to seek solutions as the default response. Journaling is a powerful tool for habit development. Dedicate a notebook or digital document to recording challenges you face alongside at least 2 or 3 possible solutions for each. This exercise grounds your thinking in action and helps break the cycle of endless problem analysis. Writing solutions forces your mind to move past obstacles and into creation. Over time, reviewing your journal reveals patterns of progress and builds confidence in your ability to handle difficulties. Another habit involves limiting the time you allow yourself to think about a problem. Set a timer for a specific short period, such as 5 or 10 minutes, to acknowledge the issue fully, but without indulging in negative emotions or overthinking. When the timer ends, shift your attention firmly to identifying solutions or taking a concrete action step. This time-bound approach curbs excessive rumination and encourages purposeful thinking. Surrounding yourself with solution-minded influences reinforces these habits. Engage in conversations and relationships with people who focus on growth, problem-solving, and constructive action. Their mindset and behaviors become a subtle but powerful guide. Avoid environments where complaints and blame dominate, as these tend to pull you back into problem fixation. Community shapes habits strongly, so choose your social connections with intention. Practicing gratitude daily supports shifting your mental habits. When you actively recognize what is going well, it becomes easier to move past difficulties. Gratitude redirects your brain from scarcity to abundance, fostering optimism and resilience. This mental environment naturally favors solution-focused thinking as you begin to see opportunities within challenges rather than only obstacles. Developing a habit of visualization can accelerate your progress. Spend moments imagining yourself overcoming current difficulties with ease and creativity. Picture the specific actions you take and the positive outcomes they produce. Visualization prepares your mind and emotions to approach problems with confidence and a solution-oriented attitude. Regular practice enhances your ability to respond positively in real situations. It is also critical to build the habit of self-compassion when facing setbacks. Rather than harshly judging yourself for mistakes or slow progress, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Self-compassion nurtures emotional balance and reduces fear of failure, which often fuels problem dwelling. When you forgive yourself and recognize that growth is a process, you create a safe internal environment that supports taking solution-focused actions. Simplifying your environment helps reinforce these habits. A cluttered or chaotic physical space can mirror mental clutter and distract from clear thinking. Organize your workspace, living area, and schedule to reduce unnecessary distractions. A calm environment supports a calm mind, making it easier to practice solution-centered habits consistently. Integrating physical movement into your daily routine supports mental shifts as well. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain and releases mood-enhancing chemicals that improve focus and reduce anxiety. Regular movement creates a physiological foundation for clearer thinking and resilience, making it easier to stay engaged with solutions rather than problems. Creating reminders and cues in your environment can help sustain new habits. Place notes with solution-focused affirmations on your desk, phone background, or bathroom mirror. Use alarms or app notifications to prompt moments of reflection and recentering on solutions throughout the day. These small but consistent cues prevent old patterns from creeping back in unnoticed. Building habits also means committing to learning and growth. Read books, listen to podcasts, or attend workshops that emphasize solution-focused thinking. Exposure to new ideas and strategies broadens your toolkit for handling difficulties creatively. Continuous learning encourages curiosity and adaptability, essential qualities for habit transformation. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, to reinforce your new habits. Acknowledge when you catch yourself moving from problem dwelling to solution action. This recognition strengthens neural pathways associated with positive change and motivates ongoing effort. Over time, celebrating progress becomes an integral part of your mindset. To prevent relapse into old habits, develop a plan for handling setbacks. Recognize that change is rarely linear, and moments of struggle will occur. When you notice slipping back into problem fixation, pause, breathe deeply, and recommit to your solution-focused habits. Having this recovery strategy ensures resilience and prevents discouragement from undermining progress. Mindfulness practice supports habit development by increasing your ability to observe thoughts and feelings without immediate reaction. This awareness allows you to choose solution-focused responses consciously rather than falling into automatic problem dwelling. Regular mindfulness exercises enhance mental flexibility and emotional regulation, crucial for sustaining new habits. Cultivating patience is important during this process. Habits take time to form and require repeated effort. Avoid self-criticism if progress feels slow. Instead, appreciate that each day spent practicing solution prioritization strengthens your capacity for effective action and peace of mind. Balance is essential. While prioritizing solutions, it's healthy to occasionally acknowledge and express emotions related to problems. Suppressing feelings can create internal tension. Find constructive outlets such as talking with a trusted person, creative expression, or physical activity. This emotional processing clears space for focused, solution-oriented thinking. Adapting your habits as you grow keeps your approach fresh and effective. What works at one stage of life or challenge might need adjustment later. Periodically assess your habits and refine them to align with your evolving goals and circumstances. Ultimately, developing habits that emphasize solutions over problems is a powerful investment in your mental well-being and success. It frees you from the paralysis of overthinking and empowers you to take meaningful action. This transformation creates momentum, peace, and a deeper sense of control over your life. Begin by choosing one small habit related to solution focus to practice today. Maybe it's asking empowering questions, journaling solutions, or setting a timer to limit problem thinking. Commit fully to this practice and observe how it influences your mindset and actions. Build from there, layering new habits over time. This journey reshapes how you experience challenges and how you move through the world. Problems lose their power to immobilize, and solutions become your natural response. The habits you develop today form the foundation for a life marked by growth, resilience, and effective action. Chapter 5. Take control by breaking problems into manageable tasks. Taking control of a problem starts with breaking it down into manageable tasks that feel achievable and clear. When challenges seem large and overwhelming, they can trigger anxiety, procrastination, or avoidance. But by dissecting a complex issue into smaller, concrete steps, you transform it from an intimidating mountain into a series of climbable hills. This approach makes problems more approachable and gives you a roadmap to move forward with confidence and clarity. Every problem, no matter how big, is composed of parts that can be understood and addressed individually. The first step is to pause and resist the urge to tackle everything at once. Instead, take a moment to analyze the problem carefully. What are the components that make up this issue? What specific aspects require attention? By breaking the problem into pieces, you gain control over each part rather than being overwhelmed by the whole. Writing down the problem and its parts is a helpful way to externalize the complexity. When the issue lives only in your mind, it can feel chaotic and confusing. Putting it on paper allows you to see it objectively and begin organizing your thoughts. Start by stating the problem clearly in one sentence. Then list all the related smaller tasks or obstacles that need to be handled. This list becomes your guide. Once you have identified the tasks, prioritize them. Determine which ones need immediate attention and which can wait. Some parts of a problem are dependent on others, so understanding the sequence helps you plan effectively. Prioritization prevents wasting energy on less important details and keeps your focus sharp on what matters most. This clear order of tasks creates a sense of progress as you complete each step. Setting realistic deadlines for each task strengthens your control. Open-ended challenges tend to drag on without resolution because they lack time boundaries. Assigning timeframes creates accountability and momentum. Even if your deadlines are flexible, having target dates encourages you to keep moving forward steadily. Break large tasks further into sub-steps if needed to make deadlines manageable and prevent overwhelm. Taking action on each small task is the key to maintaining control. When you focus on completing one piece at a time, you avoid being paralyzed by the full scope of the problem. Each completed task becomes a building block that reduces the overall burden. Celebrate these small wins as evidence of your ability to handle challenges. Progress, no matter how incremental, fuels motivation and confidence. If you encounter obstacles within a task, break that task down even further. Some difficulties may appear complex until you isolate the precise issue. This process of continuous breakdown keeps your approach flexible and adaptable. It prevents frustration by shifting your mindset to curiosity and problem-solving instead of defeat. Accountability can support you in managing tasks effectively. Share your plan with a trusted friend, mentor, or colleague who can provide encouragement and hold you responsible. Knowing someone else is aware of your goals adds motivation and reduces the chance of procrastination. Accountability partners can also offer new perspectives or resources that help you tackle tasks more efficiently. Visual tools like charts, mind maps, or checklists enhance your ability to track tasks and progress. Seeing tasks organized visually clarifies your plan and gives a sense of control. Checklists especially provide satisfaction as you mark completed items and witness movement towards your solution. Visual management keeps you oriented and focused on the path ahead. It is important to stay flexible throughout the process. Problems and circumstances can change unexpectedly, requiring you to adjust your tasks and priorities. Being rigid leads to frustration, while adaptability keeps your efforts effective. Reassess your plan regularly and revise it as necessary to stay aligned with reality and maximize results. Managing your energy plays a crucial role when working through tasks. Some tasks may be mentally draining or require more focus. Schedule these during times when you are most alert and productive. Use less demanding periods for routine or administrative steps. This energy management ensures consistent forward movement without burnout. Avoid multitasking, which fragments attention and reduces efficiency. Concentrate on one task at a time with full presence. This focus enhances the quality of your work and speeds completion. Multitasking often creates errors and prolongs the time needed, so single-tasking is a superior strategy for managing problems effectively. Recognize the power of starting immediately on any task, even if it is small. Taking the first step breaks inertia and builds momentum. Often, beginning is the hardest part, but once you engage, motivation and clarity increase. Avoid waiting for perfect conditions or complete understanding. Action generates progress and insights. Reflect on your progress periodically to maintain control and motivation. Evaluate what is working well and what needs adjustment. Celebrate accomplishments and learn from challenges faced during the task completion. This reflection sharpens your problem-solving skills and deepens your sense of mastery. Developing patience is vital. Complex problems rarely resolve instantly. Persistence in working through each task over time leads to lasting solutions. Avoid rushing or forcing outcomes, which can cause mistakes or burnout. Trust the process of gradual progress. Building confidence through task completion creates a positive feedback loop. Each success reinforces your belief in your ability to manage difficulties. This growing confidence makes future problems feel less daunting and easier to approach systematically. Delegation is another strategy to regain control when tasks exceed your capacity. Identify which parts of the problem can be entrusted to others who have the skills or resources. Effective delegation frees your energy for tasks that require your unique attention and ensures efficient problem resolution. Avoid procrastination by creating simple habits that keep you accountable to your task list. Set daily or weekly goals for task completion and stick to them consistently. Use reminders, alarms, or planning tools to reinforce your commitment. Mindset influences your ability to take control through task management. View breaking problems down as an opportunity rather than a burden. This perspective turns daunting challenges into manageable puzzles that engage your creativity and determination. When emotions such as anxiety or overwhelm arise, use calming techniques to regain composure before returning to your tasks. Deep breathing, short walks, or brief mindfulness practices help clear mental clutter and restore focus. Keep your overall goal in mind as you work through tasks. Connecting each small step to the larger purpose provides motivation and direction. This connection prevents distraction by daily challenges and sustains long-term commitment. Recognize that problems vary in complexity. Some require straightforward task lists, while others need research or consultation. Adapt your breakdown strategy accordingly and seek expertise when necessary to maintain control. Avoid unnecessary perfectionism within tasks. Striving for flawless execution can stall progress. Focus on completion and improvement over time rather than initial perfection. Building a support network for guidance and encouragement bolsters your ability to manage tasks confidently. Share your challenges and plans with those who uplift and provide constructive feedback. Take breaks strategically to recharge your mind and body. Regular pauses prevent fatigue and improve overall productivity when working through problem-related tasks. Trust in your capability to solve problems through systematic action. This trust empowers you to face challenges proactively and reduces feelings of helplessness. Developing the skill to break problems into manageable tasks creates a foundation for lifelong problem-solving success. It equips you with a clear, actionable process that transforms overwhelming difficulties into achievable steps. Begin immediately by identifying a current problem in your life. Write it down and list the smaller tasks involved. Prioritize, assign timelines, and commit to starting the first task today. Notice how this structured approach changes your relationship to the problem and enhances your sense of control. Each small step taken brings you closer to resolution. The process of breaking down and tackling manageable tasks turns daunting problems into solvable projects. With practice, this method becomes an instinctive part of how you approach challenges, empowering you to lead your life with confidence and clarity. Chapter 6. Embrace responsibility to create solutions in every situation. Taking full responsibility in every situation means owning your role in outcomes and shifting from a passive stance to active problem solving. Responsibility is the foundation of empowerment because it places the control firmly in your hands. When you embrace responsibility, you stop blaming external forces or circumstances and instead focus on what you can influence. This mindset unlocks your ability to create solutions and take meaningful action, no matter how difficult the situation may seem. Accepting responsibility begins with honesty. It requires a clear-eyed look at how your choices, attitudes, and behaviors contribute to the reality you experience. This does not mean harsh self-judgment, but rather acknowledging your power to affect change. When you see yourself as a creator of your life rather than a victim of conditions, your perspective shifts dramatically. problems become challenges to solve instead of barriers to complain about. One of the strongest aspects of responsibility is the freedom it brings. It may sound paradoxical, but when you stop blaming others or circumstances, you gain control over your path. Complaints and excuses create a false sense of powerlessness, trapping you in frustration. By contrast, responsibility is liberating because it reveals the options available to you and encourages decisive action. Developing the habit of responsibility requires self-awareness. Notice when you slip into blaming or deflecting. These habits might feel easier or safer, but ultimately disempower you. When these thoughts arise, pause and ask, what part can I own here? What can I do differently? This question redirects your focus toward contribution and solution, building mental resilience. Taking responsibility also involves recognizing your emotions and managing them effectively. It's natural to feel anger, fear, or disappointment when faced with problems. However, these emotions only become obstacles when they drive reactive behavior or avoidance. Instead, allow yourself to experience feelings without letting them dictate your response. This emotional maturity supports clear decision-making and constructive action. When responsibility is embraced fully, it changes how you interact with others. You become someone who offers solutions rather than complaints. This shift improves relationships by fostering trust, respect, and collaboration. People naturally gravitate toward those who demonstrate ownership and initiative because they bring stability and progress. A practical way to embody responsibility is to commit to consistent follow-through. Make promises to yourself and others, and honor them. This builds credibility and reinforces your confidence. Each task completed and challenge addressed strengthens your sense of agency and encourages further responsible behavior. Responsibility also means being proactive instead of reactive. Don't wait for problems to escalate or for others to act first. Anticipate potential issues and address them early. This foresight saves energy and prevents unnecessary stress. Proactive responsibility positions you as a leader in your life and community. Learning from mistakes is another key to responsible solution creation. When errors occur, avoid denial or excuses. Instead, analyze what happened, identify lessons, and apply them moving forward. This approach turns setbacks into valuable feedback and accelerates growth. Responsible individuals see mistakes as opportunities rather than failures. Setting clear boundaries is part of responsibility. Know what you can and cannot control, and communicate these limits respectfully. This clarity protects your energy and focus, allowing you to concentrate on areas where your input is most effective. Boundaries also encourage others to take responsibility for their roles, promoting a balanced dynamic. Accountability is closely linked to responsibility. Establish systems to track your progress and hold yourself answerable. Whether through journaling, goal setting, or sharing with a mentor, accountability strengthens your commitment and reduces procrastination. It helps maintain focus on solution-oriented actions. Taking responsibility requires courage because it sometimes means facing uncomfortable truths or making difficult decisions. Cultivating courage involves strengthening your values and reminding yourself why taking ownership matters. This inner conviction provides the resilience needed to persist when challenges arise. Embracing responsibility enhances problem-solving skills. When you accept that you have a role in creating outcomes, you become more engaged in seeking effective solutions. This engagement sparks creativity and persistence, leading to innovative approaches that might otherwise be overlooked. To cultivate this mindset, start by identifying areas in your life where you tend to avoid responsibility. Reflect on how this avoidance affects your progress and relationships. Then choose one situation to consciously take ownership of today. Focus on what actions you can take and follow through deliberately. Recognize that responsibility is a daily practice. It is easy to revert to blaming habits, especially under stress. Developing awareness and commitment to owning your role strengthens your mental discipline and transforms your approach to challenges. Responsibility also ties deeply to integrity. Acting responsibly means aligning your actions with your values consistently. This alignment creates inner harmony and trustworthiness that positively impact all areas of life. In moments of conflict or difficulty, remind yourself that embracing responsibility gives you control and power. It empowers you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This calm and measured approach leads to better outcomes and personal growth. Supportive relationships can encourage your commitment to responsibility. Surround yourself with people who model ownership and solution-focused thinking. Their influence reinforces your habits and offers encouragement during setbacks. Celebrating your successes in responsible actions fuels motivation. Take time to acknowledge when you have taken control and created solutions. These celebrations build confidence and reinforce your identity as someone who faces life proactively. Avoid confusing responsibility with taking on burdens that are not yours. True responsibility means focusing on your sphere of influence and contributing constructively without overextending yourself. This balanced approach preserves your well-being and effectiveness. Using positive language when discussing challenges supports your responsibility mindset. Replace phrases like "I can't" or "this is unfair" with "what can I do" or "how will I handle this." This language shift rewires your thinking toward ownership and action. Mindfulness practices strengthen your ability to embrace responsibility. They cultivate presence and awareness that help you observe thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing conscious choice rather than automatic reaction. Embracing responsibility transforms your daily experience. It replaces helplessness with empowerment, despair with hope, and passivity with action. This transformation unfolds gradually through consistent practice and reflection. Start now by choosing a current issue or goal and declaring your commitment to take full responsibility for your part. Write down specific actions you will take and begin immediately. Notice how this intentional stance changes your feelings of control and optimism. Over time, responsibility becomes a natural way of approaching life. It strengthens your resilience and creativity, enabling you to navigate any situation with confidence. The power to create solutions lies within your hands, unlocked by the willingness to own your role and act decisively. Chapter 7. Practice gratitude to shift focus from problems to growth. Gratitude is a powerful tool that reshapes how the mind perceives life's challenges. When you practice gratitude, you shift your attention from what is lacking or difficult to what is abundant and positive. This mental shift is not about ignoring problems, but about balancing perspectives so growth and opportunity become more visible than obstacles. Focusing on gratitude rewires the brain to notice good, even amid hardship, fostering resilience and motivation. In daily life, it's easy to become absorbed by difficulties, setbacks, and unmet expectations. The mind naturally zeroes in on negative details because they seem urgent and demanding. However, this focus narrows vision and drains energy, making it harder to find solutions or appreciate progress. Gratitude acts like a mental reset, widening awareness to include sources of support, lessons learned, and moments of joy. This broader view fuels constructive action rather than discouragement. Beginning a gratitude practice can be simple, yet profound. Set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on things you appreciate. These can range from basic necessities like clean water and shelter to personal qualities such as health, kindness from others, or opportunities to learn. Writing these down anchors the habit and helps create a tangible record of positivity. Over time, this exercise shifts your baseline emotional state toward contentment. Gratitude encourages acceptance of the present moment, including its imperfections. Instead of resisting difficulties or wishing life were different, you acknowledge what is good alongside what is challenging. This acceptance reduces internal conflict and opens space for clear thinking and problem solving. When you embrace the present fully, your energy flows more naturally into growth rather than resistance. Practicing gratitude also nurtures humility. It reminds you that many positive aspects of life are interconnected with others' actions or circumstances beyond your control. Recognizing this interconnectedness fosters empathy and reduces feelings of isolation when facing problems. This sense of connection strengthens your social support network, which is critical for navigating tough times. Integrating gratitude into challenging situations enhances emotional resilience. When setbacks occur, intentionally seeking even small positives creates balance and reduces emotional overwhelm. For example, if you face a professional disappointment, gratitude for the skills gained or relationships built during the process keeps your focus constructive. This practice prevents negative events from defining your self-worth or future outlook. Gratitude can be expressed in many forms. Verbal acknowledgements, thank you notes, acts of kindness, or quiet reflection all cultivate this mindset. Sharing gratitude with others reinforces bonds and spreads positivity. These expressions create a feedback loop of goodwill that uplifts both giver and receiver, enriching your environment and mindset. A practical technique is to pair gratitude with goal setting. When planning steps toward improvement, acknowledge progress made so far and resources available. This approach grounds ambition in appreciation, avoiding frustration or impatience. It fuels motivation by highlighting that growth builds on a foundation of existing strengths and support. In moments of stress or negative thinking, pause to identify one thing to be grateful for. This brief interruption of automatic problem-focused thoughts breaks cycles of worry and despair. It trains your brain to redirect energy towards solution-oriented and optimistic pathways. Over time, this mental habit becomes second nature. Gratitude strengthens mental health by reducing stress and anxiety. Research shows that regularly focusing on gratitude lowers cortisol levels and enhances well-being. This physiological benefit creates a calm internal state, more conducive to clear thinking and creativity. When the mind is calm, solutions arise more easily and actions become more effective. Cultivating gratitude also impacts physical health. Positive emotions linked to gratitude improve sleep quality, boost immunity, and increase energy. A healthy body supports sustained effort in addressing challenges and pursuing growth. This holistic benefit underscores gratitude's role as a foundational life practice. When practicing gratitude, balance is essential. Avoid forcing positivity or denying legitimate difficulties. Genuine gratitude acknowledges the full range of experience, while consciously choosing to emphasize the good. This honesty maintains authenticity and prevents avoidance or toxic positivity. Gratitude enhances problem-solving by encouraging curiosity and openness. When you appreciate what you have, you become more willing to explore new ideas and solutions. This mindset invites creativity rather than defensiveness, expanding your options for growth. It is important to make gratitude habitual rather than occasional. Embed it into daily routines such as morning reflections, mealtime acknowledgements, or bedtime reviews. Consistency transforms gratitude from a pleasant exercise into a stable foundation for mindset and behavior. Gratitude also supports patience during slow progress or setbacks. Recognizing small improvements or support from others fosters endurance and reduces frustration. This steady persistence is vital for long-term growth and resilience. Another benefit of gratitude is its ability to reframe failure. Instead of seeing failure as final defeat, gratitude highlights lessons learned and new paths opened. This reframing reduces fear of failure and encourages experimentation and learning. To deepen gratitude, cultivate mindfulness. Being present enhances your ability to notice and savor positive moments, strengthening gratitude's impact. Mindfulness also reduces distraction by worries about the past or future, anchoring you in the here and now. Socially, gratitude encourages generosity and cooperation. When you recognize the contributions of others, you naturally give back, creating reciprocal support networks. These relationships become sources of strength and inspiration in difficult times. Practicing gratitude increases self-awareness by highlighting your values and priorities. This clarity guides decisions and actions aligned with what truly matters, fostering meaningful growth. Understanding what you appreciate also reveals where to focus efforts for improvement. Avoid comparing your situation negatively to others. Instead, appreciate your unique journey and resources. Comparison often leads to envy or discouragement, undermining gratitude and growth. Gratitude shifts the internal narrative from scarcity to abundance. This mental landscape opens possibilities rather than limits, attracting positive experiences and solutions. Abundance thinking enhances confidence and willingness to take action. To begin, choose 3 things each day to appreciate and reflect on why they matter. Notice how this practice influences your mood and perspective. Gradually increase the depth and variety of your gratitude reflections. When faced with persistent problems, maintain gratitude for your ability to persevere and seek solutions. This ongoing appreciation sustains motivation and fortifies mental resilience. Over time, gratitude transforms how you relate to life's ups and downs. Problems become transient moments in a broader landscape of growth and opportunity. This shift fosters peace and constructive engagement. By practicing gratitude consistently, you build a mindset that naturally prioritizes growth over problems. You cultivate resilience, clarity, and joy that carry you through challenges with strength and hope. Start now by identifying one positive aspect in your current situation. Focus on it deeply and appreciate its value. Use this feeling to fuel a step forward in creating solutions and advancing your growth journey. Gratitude will gradually reshape your experience and empower you to live fully despite difficulties. Chapter 8. Use failures as lessons to discover new solutions. Failure is often seen as a setback, but it is actually a crucial teacher in the journey toward meaningful solutions. Each failure carries valuable lessons that can guide you toward better strategies and smarter decisions. Instead of fearing or avoiding failure, embracing it as a source of insight opens doors to innovation and growth. Using failure constructively changes your relationship with challenges and propels you forward with renewed wisdom. The first step in transforming failure into a lesson is shifting your mindset. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or ability, but a natural part of the learning process. When you reframe failure this way, it becomes a useful tool rather than a source of shame or discouragement. This mental shift encourages experimentation and reduces the fear that often blocks action. After a failure, take time to analyze what happened without judgment or blame. Objectment or blame. Objectively examine the facts and your choices. Ask yourself questions like, what went wrong? What factors contributed to this outcome? What could I have done differently? This process uncovers patterns and reveals areas for improvement. It also prevents repeating the same mistakes. Documenting your reflections helps deepen the learning. Write down your observations, feelings, and ideas for change. This externalization creates clarity and enables you to track progress over time. Reviewing past failures and lessons learned builds a personal archive of wisdom that informs future actions. Instead of viewing failure as an end, see it as feedback. Feedback is valuable information that guides adjustments. Just as a sailor adjusts sails based on wind and waves, you adjust your approach based on what failure reveals. This attitude fosters flexibility and resilience. Using failure as a lesson requires curiosity. Approach setbacks with the mindset of a detective or scientist. Seek to understand the root causes and hidden factors. This investigative spirit uncovers new angles and potential solutions that may not have been obvious before. Resilience is strengthened when you accept failure as part of the path. Resilience means continuing despite difficulties, using failures as stepping stones. It involves emotional regulation so that disappointment does not lead to giving up, but to recommitment. Each recovery from failure builds mental toughness. Failure also reveals gaps in knowledge or skills. Identifying these gaps allows targeted learning. Whether through reading, training, or seeking advice, filling these gaps improves your problem-solving toolkit. This continuous improvement accelerates success in future attempts. Sharing failures with trusted mentors or peers can enhance learning. Others may offer perspectives you missed and practical suggestions. This openness reduces isolation and normalizes failure as a shared human experience. Collaborative reflection often sparks creative solutions. Failures often expose hidden assumptions or limiting beliefs. When results don't match expectations, question what beliefs influenced your decisions. Challenging these beliefs allows you to adopt more empowering and accurate mindsets. This shift opens new possibilities for action. Adopting a growth mindset is essential for using failure effectively. Growth mindset means believing abilities and intelligence can develop through effort and learning. This belief transforms challenges into opportunities and promotes persistence. It encourages you to embrace failure as a valuable part of development. Failure prompts innovation by forcing you to reconsider approaches. When one method doesn't work, it pushes you to think differently and explore alternatives. Many successful inventions and breakthroughs arose from multiple failures that led to novel ideas. Developing patience supports the process of learning from failure. Solutions and improvements rarely come instantly. Allowing time for reflection and experimentation fosters deeper understanding and better outcomes. Rushing through failure can lead to superficial fixes rather than lasting solutions. Taking responsibility for failures empowers you to learn fully. Owning your role without defensiveness or excuses keeps the focus on what you can control. This ownership strengthens accountability and motivates proactive change. Visualizing success after failure can help maintain motivation. Imagine how overcoming the current setback will lead to growth and achievement. This vision provides emotional fuel and clarity of purpose, helping you persevere. Practical steps after failure include adjusting plans, setting new goals, and taking small actions based on lessons learned. Breaking down next steps into manageable tasks keeps momentum going. This structured approach prevents overwhelm and promotes steady progress. Avoid dwelling on failure or self-criticism. Excessive rumination drains energy and obscures solutions. Instead, acknowledge feelings, learn what you can, and redirect focus to future possibilities. This balanced emotional approach preserves mental clarity and drive. Embracing failure creates a culture of experimentation This culture encourages trying new things and learning quickly from results. It fosters agility and adaptability, essential qualities in a rapidly changing world. Using failure as a lesson also improves decision-making. Past failures serve as case studies that inform choices, helping you weigh risks and benefits more accurately. This experience-based wisdom reduces the likelihood of repeating errors. Recognizing that failure is universal reduces fear and stigma. Everyone encounters setbacks, and success depends on how you respond. This understanding fosters humility and compassion toward yourself and others. Incorporating feedback loops into your process maximizes learning from failure. Regularly assess outcomes, gather input, and refine actions. This iterative process accelerates improvement and solution discovery. Building emotional intelligence supports resilience through failure. Awareness of your emotions and those of others helps manage reactions and maintain constructive interactions. Emotional intelligence facilitates communication and collaboration, enhancing problem solving. Using failure as a lesson strengthens confidence by proving your capacity to recover and grow. Each time you overcome a setback, you build a track record of perseverance and capability. This growing confidence propels you to take on new challenges. Avoid perfectionism that paralyzes action for fear of failure. Accept that mistakes are inevitable and necessary. This acceptance frees you to try, learn, and evolve. Seeking inspiration from stories of others who turned failures into success motivates and guides your journey. These examples demonstrate that setbacks do not define final outcomes. Maintain a journal or log of failures and lessons learned. Review it periodically to reinforce insights and track growth. This habit solidifies the transformation of failure into knowledge. Use positive affirmations to counter negative self-talk after failure. Reinforce your worth and potential to improve. This practice strengthens mindset and emotional resilience. Cultivate a supportive environment that encourages risk-taking and learning. Surround yourself with people who view failure as growth, not defeat. This environment nurtures courage and innovation. Focus on solutions rather than blame in the aftermath of failure. Directing energy toward improvement fosters progress and prevents stagnation. Take care of your physical well-being during challenging times. Adequate rest, nutrition, and exercise support mental clarity and emotional balance, essential for learning from failure. Maintain balance by celebrating successes alongside learning from failures. Recognizing achievements sustains motivation and self-esteem. View failure as a temporary event, not a permanent label. This perspective keeps hope alive and encourages continued effort. Approach failure with kindness toward yourself. Treat setbacks as you would a friend's learning experience, with encouragement and patience. This kindness fosters mental health and persistence. Use failure as a signal to reassess goals and values. Sometimes setbacks indicate the need for course correction rather than pushing harder. Aligning actions with true priorities increases fulfillment and success. Developing the ability to use failure as lessons transforms challenges into opportunities. This skill enhances problem-solving, creativity, and resilience. It is essential for continuous growth and long-term achievement. Begin by reflecting on a recent failure. Identify at least 3 lessons learned and how they will influence your next steps. Commit to applying this knowledge in your actions. This intentional practice rewires your response to failure, turning it into a powerful engine for discovery and success. Chapter 9. Strengthen your mindset by limiting negative and problem thinking. The mind is a powerful force that shapes our experiences and guides our actions. Strengthening your mindset involves consciously reducing negative and problem-focused thinking, which often drains energy and clouds judgment. When you limit these destructive thought patterns, you create space for clarity, create space for clarity, create space for clarity, create space for clarity, create spirit and resilience to emerge. A strong mindset is not about ignoring challenges, but about choosing where to direct your mental energy for maximum impact. Negative thinking tends to magnify problems, making them appear larger and more insurmountable than they really are. This distorted perception can lead to feelings of helplessness, anxiety, and frustration. Recognizing when your thoughts become overly negative is the first step to regaining control. Pay attention to automatic reactions and recurring themes that focus on what is wrong rather than what can be done. One effective way to limit negative thinking is to challenge its validity. Ask yourself if the thoughts are based on facts or assumptions. Often, worries are fueled by exaggerated scenarios or past experiences that don't necessarily apply to the current situation. Replacing exaggerated negative thoughts with realistic assessments helps reduce unnecessary stress and refocuses attention on solutions. Reframing your thoughts is a practical technique to strengthen mindset. Instead of thinking, "This problem is too difficult," consider, "This challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow." This shift does not minimize the difficulty, but transforms your emotional response and opens possibilities for action. Reframing encourages optimism grounded in reality. Mindfulness practice supports limiting problem thinking by increasing awareness of your thought patterns. Observing thoughts without judgment allows you to notice when negativity arises and choose not to engage with it. This detachment weakens the hold of negative thoughts and prevents spiraling into worry or pessimism. Setting mental boundaries around problem thinking also protects your energy. Allocate specific times to reflect on issues and brainstorm solutions, rather than allowing problems to dominate your entire day. This intentional scheduling keeps problem-solving productive and prevents rumination from overwhelming you. Cultivating positive affirmations strengthens your mindset by reinforcing empowering beliefs. Repeating phrases such as "I can handle this" or "I focus on what I control" rewires the brain to default to confidence and problem-solving. These affirmations counteract negative self-talk and build inner resilience. Surrounding yourself with positive influences impacts mindset significantly. Engage with people who model constructive thinking and encourage solution-focused conversations. Their attitudes and language shape your own mental habits and provide motivation to stay strong. Engaging in activities that promote mental well-being supports reducing negative thinking. Exercise, hobbies, and social connections elevate mood and increase cognitive flexibility. A healthy mind is better equipped to limit unproductive problem focus and maintain a positive outlook. Limiting exposure to negative media and conversations helps protect your mindset. Constant bombardment of bad news or pessimistic viewpoints fuels anxiety and negativity. Choose sources that inform without overwhelming and seek uplifting or educational content that inspires growth. Practicing gratitude redirects your mind from problems to appreciation. Regularly acknowledging positive aspects of your life balances perspective and reduces the tendency to fixate on difficulties. This balanced view strengthens mental resilience. When negative or problem thoughts arise, engage in immediate action to interrupt them. Taking even a small step toward a solution shifts your brain from worry to doing. Action provides evidence of your capability and builds momentum toward resolution. Learning to accept what cannot be changed also strengthens mindset. Resistance to uncontrollable factors wastes energy and increases frustration. Acceptance allows you to focus on aspects within your influence and approach challenges strategically. Developing patience is vital in limiting problem thinking. Not Every challenge resolves quickly, and impatience often leads to increased negative thoughts. Embracing patience supports steady effort and reduces emotional reactivity. Journaling is a useful tool to externalize and process negative thoughts. Writing down worries and then reframing them into actionable plans clarifies the situation and lightens mental burden. This practice enhances problem-solving and emotional regulation. Visualization techniques help strengthen mindset by imagining successful outcomes. Visualizing yourself handling challenges effectively boosts confidence and reduces fear. This mental rehearsal prepares you to face difficulties with composure. Avoiding all-or-nothing thinking enhances mental flexibility. Problems often have multiple solutions and perspectives. Recognizing shades of gray rather than extremes reduces negative judgments and opens creative pathways. Rest and sleep are foundational for mental strength. Fatigue lowers the ability to manage negative thoughts and maintain focus. Prioritizing restorative rest replenishes cognitive resources and emotional balance. Developing a sense of humor about setbacks lightens mental load. Humor reduces stress hormones and fosters perspective, helping you approach problems with a lighter heart and clearer mind. Regularly reviewing your progress and successes counters negative thinking by highlighting achievements and growth. This reflection builds confidence and encourages continued effort. Practice self-compassion to reduce harsh self-criticism that fuels negativity. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding as you would a friend facing challenges. This approach nurtures emotional strength. Engage in deep breathing or relaxation exercises to calm the mind during episodes of intense negative thinking. These techniques regulate the nervous system and restore mental clarity. Building a mindset that limits negative and problem thinking requires ongoing effort. Awareness, practice, and supportive habits develop over time. The result is a resilient mental state that stays focused on solutions, growth, and well-being. Start by noticing your thought patterns today. When negative or problem-centered thoughts appear, pause and apply one strategy such as reframing, mindfulness, or action. Observe how this changes your mood and perspective. Strengthening your mindset transforms how you face life's challenges. It empowers you to choose your mental focus deliberately, cultivate optimism rooted in reality, and sustain motivation. This mental clarity and strength enable effective problem-solving and continual personal growth. Chapter 10. Cultivate patience and persistence when solving difficult challenges. Patience and persistence are two of the most vital qualities when confronting difficult challenges. Success rarely comes quickly or easily, especially when the problems you face are complex and demanding. Cultivating these qualities means developing a mindset and set of habits that allow you to endure setbacks and maintain steady progress. Without patience, frustration can cause you to give up before breakthroughs occur. Without persistence, even the best ideas cannot be brought to life. Understanding patience begins with recognizing that change and solutions often require time to unfold. Instant results are rare, and expecting them can lead to disappointment. Accepting this reality frees you from the pressure of immediate success and opens your mind to incremental progress. When you patiently allow processes to develop, you gain clearer insight into the best course of action. Persistence means continuing to act and try despite obstacles, failures, or delays. It is the quality that keeps you moving forward when motivation wanes or when problems seem to multiply. Persistence fuels determination and prevents setbacks from becoming permanent barriers. It is a demonstration of commitment to your goals and to the process of growth itself. One of the challenges in cultivating patience is managing emotions like frustration, anxiety, and discouragement. These feelings arise naturally when results are slow or problems resist easy solutions. Developing emotional awareness helps you recognize these responses early. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can pause and choose a calmer, more constructive response. Breaking large challenges into smaller, manageable parts supports both patience and persistence. Smaller tasks provide regular markers of progress, which maintain motivation and reduce overwhelm. Completing these steps builds confidence and creates a sense of achievement that fuels continued effort. Setting realistic expectations is critical. Overestimating how quickly problems can be solved leads to impatience. By planning with a long-term view and acknowledging potential obstacles, you prepare yourself mentally for the journey ahead. This mindset makes patience easier to sustain. Persistence is strengthened by clear and meaningful goals. When you have a strong why behind your efforts, you are more likely to endure difficulties. Regularly revisiting your reasons for pursuing solutions renews your commitment and energizes your persistence. Developing a routine or schedule around your challenge enhances persistence. Consistent, disciplined actions, even small ones, accumulate over time to produce significant results. Establishing habits creates momentum that carries you forward, even on days when enthusiasm is low. Learning from setbacks contributes to both patience and persistence. Each obstacle offers insights into what works and what doesn't. Viewing challenges as opportunities to refine your approach keeps you engaged and hopeful. This learning mindset prevents discouragement and reinforces the value of ongoing effort. Support from others plays a vital role in cultivating patience and persistence. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage perseverance and offer constructive feedback. Sharing your challenges reduces isolation and provides motivation. Accountability partners can remind you to stay the course when doubts arise. Mindfulness and meditation practices cultivate patience by training the mind to stay present and calm amid uncertainty. These practices reduce impulsive reactions and increase tolerance for discomfort. A calm mind supports steady, thoughtful actions towards solutions. Celebrate small wins and milestones along the way. Recognizing progress, no matter how minor, reinforces your belief that persistence pays off. These celebrations provide emotional rewards that make patience more manageable. Visualizing the successful resolution of challenges enhances persistence. Mental imagery of overcoming obstacles creates emotional connection and motivation. This practice helps maintain focus on the end goal during tough times. Patience involves accepting that some factors are beyond your control and that forcing outcomes can backfire. Learning when to act and when to wait is an important skill. This discernment protects your energy and optimizes your efforts. Cultivate flexibility to adapt plans and strategies when faced with unexpected difficulties. Rigidity can lead to frustration and give-up moments. Persistence paired with openness to change maximizes your chances of success. Reading biographies and stories of people who overcame great challenges provides inspiration and practical lessons in patience and persistence. Their journeys illustrate that setbacks and slow progress are natural parts of achievement. Use positive self-talk to reinforce your capacity to endure difficulties. Replace thoughts like "I can't do this" with "I am capable of handling challenges step by step." This encouragement sustains your efforts and builds resilience. Avoid comparing your progress to others, which can breed impatience and discouragement. Focus on your unique path and timeline. Individual circumstances and challenges vary widely, so respect your own process. Rest and self-care are essential to sustain persistence. Pushing relentlessly without breaks leads to burnout. Adequate sleep, Nutrition and relaxation replenish your mental and physical resources, enabling long-term endurance. Setbacks often test patience and persistence most intensely. When confronted with failure or unexpected barriers, remind yourself that perseverance is a choice. Returning to your purpose and small actionable steps rekindles momentum. Time management helps maintain patience by structuring efforts and reducing chaos. Organize tasks to balance effort and recovery. Effective time use creates a sense of control that reduces anxiety about slow progress. Gratitude for the ability to face challenges and learn from them nurtures a positive mindset that supports persistence. Appreciating growth and opportunities transforms difficulties into meaningful experiences. Developing patience and persistence reshapes your relationship with failure. Instead of fearing setbacks, you come to expect and welcome them as part of growth. This acceptance transforms obstacles from threats to teachers. Regularly reflect on your journey. Journaling your experiences, feelings, and progress increases self-awareness and motivation. Reflection provides insight into what fuels your persistence and when patience is required. Building patience and persistence is a gradual process, requiring conscious effort. Celebrate your ability to stay committed even when results are not immediately visible. This self-recognition strengthens your resolve. Persistence combined with patience leads to mastery. Mastery requires long-term dedication and steady practice. These qualities allow you to navigate the ups and downs of any challenging endeavor. Focus on the process rather than just the outcome. Finding satisfaction in effort and learning nurtures patience and prevents burnout. When you value progress over perfection, persistence becomes sustainable. Remember that every step forward, no matter how slow, is a victory. Progress accumulates over time and leads to breakthroughs. Trusting this natural rhythm reduces frustration and enhances persistence. Use visualization techniques to mentally rehearse handling challenges with calm and patience. This mental practice strengthens your ability to remain steady under pressure. Patience and persistence empower you to transform difficult challenges into opportunities for growth and success. They build character and deepen your capacity to solve problems effectively. These qualities are essential pillars for lasting achievement. Begin now by choosing a current challenge and committing to patient and persistent action. Break the challenge into smaller steps, set realistic expectations, and plan your routine. Notice how steady effort builds momentum and transforms obstacles into opportunities. The journey through difficulty becomes a path to strength and accomplishment. Chapter 11. Replace complaining with proactive problem-solving actions immediately. Complaining is a natural response when faced with difficulties, but it rarely moves situations forward. Instead, it often drains your energy and keeps you stuck in frustration. Replacing complaining with immediate, proactive problem-solving actions transforms your experience and empowers you to take control of your life. This shift is essential for growth and meaningful progress. When you complain, your focus centers on what is wrong, creating a mental loop that magnifies negativity. Complaints highlight obstacles without contributing to solutions. This pattern can make problems seem bigger and more overwhelming than they are, blocking clear thinking and action. Recognizing when complaining takes over is the first step toward change. Proactive problem-solving begins with taking responsibility for your role in the situation. Accepting ownership means you no longer wait for external fixes, but actively seek ways to improve or resolve issues. This mindset puts power in your hands and shifts energy from resistance to creation. Immediate action is a critical aspect of replacing complaints. Instead of dwelling on what frustrates you, identify one small step you can take right now. This step might be gathering information, reaching out for help, or making a simple adjustment. Taking action interrupts negative cycles and builds momentum towards solutions. Focus on what you can control rather than what lies outside your influence. Complaints often fixate on external factors that cannot be changed. By directing energy toward your choices and behaviors, you increase effectiveness and reduce feelings of helplessness. Cultivating a solution-oriented mindset involves training your brain to spot opportunities within problems. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I do about this?" This subtle shift promotes creativity and optimism. It opens pathways that complaints close off. Replacing complaining with problem-solving also requires developing emotional regulation. Complaints often stem from frustration, anger, or disappointment. Learning to acknowledge these feelings without acting on them allows clearer thinking and more constructive responses. Practice active listening and thoughtful questioning when discussing problems with others. Rather than joining in complaint sessions, steer conversations toward brainstorming and exploring options. This approach fosters a collaborative spirit focused on growth. Setting goals connected to problem-solving channels your efforts productively. Clear, actionable objectives guide your actions and measure progress. Goals provide direction that replaces aimless venting. Develop habits that support solution-focused behavior. For example, begin each day reviewing potential challenges and planning responses. Regular preparation reduces reactive complaining and increases proactive readiness. Use positive language to reinforce your commitment to problem solving. Replace phrases like, "I can't stand this," with "I am working on improving this." Language shapes thought patterns, and positive phrasing builds confidence and motivation. Recognize that problem solving is a skill that improves with practice. Early attempts may feel challenging or slow, but persistence develops efficiency and creativity. Embrace the learning curve as part of growth. Surround yourself with people who model proactive problem solving and minimize complaints. Social environments influence your mental habits, and positive influences encourage solution orientation. When setbacks occur, resist the urge to complain and instead analyze the situation objectively. Identify factors within your control and brainstorm possible actions. This disciplined response strengthens resilience and effectiveness. Reflect regularly on times when you replaced complaining with action. Celebrate successes and note lessons learned. This reflection reinforces the value of proactive behavior and builds momentum. Manage stress through self-care practices that prevent overwhelm and reduce complaint triggers. Adequate rest, exercise, and relaxation create mental clarity necessary for problem solving. Avoid perfectionism that delays action. Waiting for ideal conditions can lead to procrastination and complaints. Taking imperfect but immediate steps advances progress and fosters confidence. Create accountability systems to support replacing complaints with actions. Share goals with trusted individuals who encourage follow-through. Accountability increases commitment and reduces negative patterns. Use visualization to imagine successful problem-solving outcomes. This mental rehearsal boosts motivation and prepares you emotionally for challenges. When you catch yourself complaining, pause and consciously redirect your thoughts towards solutions. This moment of awareness interrupts unproductive patterns and trains your brain for change. Educate yourself on effective problem-solving techniques, such as brainstorming, root cause analysis, and decision-making frameworks. Knowledge enhances your ability to act decisively and creatively. Understand that not all problems have immediate solutions, but even then, identifying next steps or temporary coping strategies is productive. Acceptance combined with proactive planning reduces frustration. Replace complaints about people with efforts to improve communication or set boundaries. Taking constructive steps improves relationships and reduces conflict. Involve others in solution development when appropriate. Collaboration broadens perspectives and generates more options than solitary complaining. Develop resilience by viewing challenges as opportunities to strengthen problem-solving abilities. This mindset transforms adversity into a growth experience. Limit exposure to environments or media that foster negativity and complaint culture. Choose uplifting influences that inspire action and positivity. Use journaling to document problems, complaints, and most importantly, actions taken and results. This practice creates accountability and tracks growth. Replace victim language with empowerment language. Shift from "this is unfair" to "I choose how I respond." Empowered language supports ownership and action. Practice gratitude to balance perspectives and reduce complaint impulses. Appreciating positives makes complaints less appealing and motivates constructive behavior. Recognize that your energy is finite. Choosing action over complaint conserves energy for creating change and enjoying life. Replace complaining with curiosity by asking questions that deepen understanding and reveal new possibilities. Curiosity drives exploration rather than stagnation. Commit to lifelong learning to improve problem-solving skills continually. Growth mindset fuels sustained proactive behavior. Replace complaints with affirmations of your ability to handle challenges. Positive affirmations build confidence and reduce negativity. Begin immediately by identifying a current frustration. Instead of complaining, list at least 3 actions you can take toward improvement. Choose one and do it now. This practice rewires your habits and creates forward momentum. This transformation from complaint to action fundamentally changes how you experience challenges. It turns problems from burdens into opportunities and cultivates a mindset of empowerment. By consistently choosing proactive problem-solving over complaining, you build resilience, confidence, and success in all areas of life. Chapter 12. Train your brain to identify opportunities within every problem. Every challenge you face carries within it an opportunity waiting to be discovered. Training your brain to recognize these opportunities transforms your experience of difficulties from obstacles into gateways for growth and innovation. This skill rewires your thinking patterns and empowers you to approach life with curiosity and hope, even when situations appear daunting. Developing this mindset begins by actively shifting your focus from problems themselves to what positive potential they may hold. Problems naturally draw attention because they disrupt comfort and demand solutions. However, by deliberately seeking what can be gained or learned, you create mental space for opportunity recognition. This shift requires practice and patience, but yields powerful results. One effective method to train your brain is to ask specific questions when confronted with a problem. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this challenge lead to improvement?" These questions redirect your cognitive processes toward exploration rather than frustration. Over time, they become automatic and shape your natural responses. Repetition strengthens this new habit. Make it a daily practice to reflect on recent problems and identify at least one opportunity in each. This reflection could be about personal growth, new skills, better relationships, or creative ideas. Consistent practice conditions your brain to scan challenges for potential benefits instead of threats. Exposure to diverse perspectives enhances your ability to spot opportunities. Reading widely, engaging with different cultures, and talking with people who have varied experiences expand your mental frameworks. When your mind holds multiple viewpoints, it is easier to see possibilities that might be invisible within a narrow frame. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. Imagine yourself successfully turning a problem into a positive outcome. This mental rehearsal builds confidence and activates creative problem-solving networks in your brain. Visualizing opportunities fosters a proactive attitude that naturally seeks benefits rather than dwell on difficulties. Mindfulness practices increase your awareness of thought patterns and reactions to problems. Being present and observing your thoughts without judgment allows you to notice when negative or narrow perspectives dominate. This awareness is a prerequisite for shifting focus toward opportunity thinking. Adopting a growth mindset supports opportunity recognition. Believing that abilities and situations can improve with effort encourages you to find openings for development within challenges. This mindset frames problems as temporary and solvable, which nurtures optimism and persistence. Building resilience is closely tied to identifying opportunities in problems. Resilience involves bouncing back from adversity with strength and insight. When you see challenges as sources of learning and new paths, resilience becomes easier to cultivate. Practice creativity by brainstorming multiple possible benefits or solutions for every problem. Allow yourself to generate ideas without immediate judgment or dismissal. This open-mindedness uncovers innovative opportunities that might otherwise be overlooked. Learning from past experiences sharpens your skill. Reflect on previous difficulties and identify how they led to unexpected advantages or growth. This retrospective insight reinforces your ability to see opportunities in future challenges. Develop emotional intelligence to regulate feelings that arise with problems. Strong emotions can cloud judgment and reduce your ability to see possibilities. Managing emotions through breathing techniques, self-talk or relaxation enhances clarity and opens your mind. Set intentions to focus on solutions and opportunities each day. Writing these intentions reinforces your commitment and primes your brain to seek out positive aspects proactively. Use affirmations that support opportunity thinking. Phrases like, "Every challenge brings new possibilities," or "I find growth in difficulties," condition your subconscious mind toward optimism. Create visual reminders in your environment that encourage opportunity recognition. Quotes, images, or notes can prompt you to maintain this mindset throughout your daily activities. Engage in discussions that focus on possibilities rather than problems. Conversations shape thinking patterns, and surrounding yourself with solution-oriented dialogue reinforces your mental training. Avoid dwelling on worst-case scenarios, which narrow your perception and limit opportunity awareness. Instead, balance realistic risk assessment with hopeful exploration of benefits. Develop patience, as some opportunities take time to emerge fully. Immediate results are not always visible, but persistent focus on positive potential nurtures long-term gains. Cultivate curiosity by approaching problems as puzzles to be solved rather than threats to avoid. This playful attitude stimulates creative thinking and opportunity discovery. Track your progress by journaling moments when you identified opportunities within problems. Recording these experiences strengthens the habit and boosts confidence. Celebrate successes that arose from challenges to reinforce the value of opportunity thinking. Recognizing these wins motivates continued practice. Practice gratitude for the lessons and chances that problems provide. Gratitude shifts your emotional state to one of appreciation, making it easier to notice opportunities. Balance optimism with critical thinking to evaluate opportunities realistically. Not every possibility is beneficial, so careful consideration ensures effective choices. Embrace flexibility to adapt when opportunities require changes in approach or mindset. Being open to new paths enhances your ability to capitalize on potential benefits. Use problem-solving frameworks such as root cause analysis or SWOT analysis to uncover hidden opportunities. Structured thinking uncovers insights that may not be apparent otherwise. Maintain physical health to support cognitive function. Adequate sleep, nutrition, and exercise optimize brain performance, enhancing your ability to recognize and act on opportunities. Avoid comparison with others who seem to handle problems effortlessly. Focus on developing your unique capacity to see possibilities in your circumstances. Practice self-compassion when facing setbacks. Kindness toward yourself reduces fear and resistance, opening space for opportunity-focused thinking. Learn from mentors or role models who excel at turning problems into opportunities. Their examples provide guidance and inspiration. Engage in lifelong learning to continually expand your skills and knowledge. This growth enhances your toolbox for discovering and leveraging opportunities. Incorporate relaxation and downtime to prevent mental fatigue, which limits creativity and positive focus. Rest rejuvenates your mind and sharpens perception. Begin now by reflecting on a current problem and listing possible opportunities it might present. Challenge yourself to find at least 3 positive angles. Choose one and take a small action toward it. This practice rewires your brain and transforms your experience of difficulties. Training your brain to identify opportunities within every problem changes your approach to life's challenges. It empowers you to remain hopeful, creative, and resilient, unlocking doors to growth and success that problems alone cannot provide. This mindset cultivates strength and optimism essential for continuous personal development. Chapter 13. Set clear goals to guide you towards effective solutions. Setting clear goals is one of the most powerful steps you can take to move from confusion and frustration toward effective solutions. Without clear direction, efforts become scattered and progress stalls. Goals provide focus, structure, and motivation. They act as guiding lights that clarify what you want to achieve and help you map the steps to get there. When goals are well defined, problem solving becomes purposeful and efficient. The process of setting goals starts with understanding what success looks like for you. Take time to reflect deeply on the desired outcome rather than just the problem itself. Defining what you want to accomplish brings clarity to your thinking and helps you avoid vague or overwhelming objectives. Clarity reduces uncertainty, making it easier to plan actionable steps. Effective goals are specific and measurable. Instead of saying, "I want to fix this issue," be precise. "I want to reduce errors in my work process by 50% within 2 months." Specificity focuses your attention and makes it easier to track progress. Measurable goals allow you to celebrate milestones and adjust strategies when needed. Setting realistic and achievable goals builds confidence and keeps motivation high. Ambitious goals are valuable, but when they are too far out of reach, they can cause discouragement. Break larger ambitions into smaller, manageable targets. Each achievement propels you forward and sustains your momentum. Goals must also be relevant to your overall values and long-term vision. Alignment ensures that your efforts contribute to meaningful growth rather than temporary fixes. When goals resonate with your purpose, you are more likely to stay committed during challenges. Time-bound goals add urgency and structure to your problem-solving efforts. Deadlines help prevent procrastination and keep you accountable. Establishing a reasonable time frame encourages consistent action and prevents aimless wandering. Write your goals down. Documenting them creates a tangible commitment and externalizes your intentions. Written goals serve as constant reminders and provide clarity during moments of doubt or distraction. Develop a plan that outlines the steps required to reach your goals. Breaking down the journey into daily or weekly actions makes the process less intimidating and more approachable. Planning helps you anticipate obstacles and prepare solutions in advance. Regularly review and adjust your goals and plans as circumstances evolve. Flexibility is essential. Rigid adherence to outdated goals wastes energy and stalls progress. Adaptation keeps your approach relevant and responsive to new information. Visualize the successful achievement of your goals. Mental rehearsal activates motivation and reinforces belief in your ability to succeed. This positive focus enhances persistence and creative problem solving. Share your goals with trusted individuals who can provide support and hold you accountable. External encouragement and feedback increase your commitment and expose you to fresh perspectives. Use goal-setting frameworks such as SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, to structure your objectives. These proven methods enhance clarity and effectiveness. Celebrate small wins along the way to sustain enthusiasm. Acknowledging progress, no matter how minor, builds confidence and reinforces productive habits. Develop a growth mindset that views setbacks as opportunities to learn rather than failures. This mindset supports goal achievement by maintaining resilience and openness to change. Avoid multitasking on unrelated goals that dilute focus and energy. Prioritize goals based on urgency and impact to maximize results. Cultivate discipline through routines that align daily habits with your goals. Consistent actions compound over time and make even the largest goals attainable. Eliminate distractions that divert attention from your goals. Creating an environment conducive to focus increases productivity and clarity. Reflect on your motivation regularly. Connecting with the why behind your goals deepens commitment and sustains effort. Track your progress with tools such as journals, apps, or spreadsheets. Monitoring growth provides insight and highlights areas for improvement. Practice self-compassion when goals take longer to achieve than expected. Patience combined with persistence is essential for long-term success. Learn from role models who have set and achieved similar goals. Their strategies and mindsets offer valuable guidance. Prioritize health and well-being to maintain the energy required for sustained goal pursuit. Physical and mental vitality support clarity and resilience. Engage in continuous learning to refine your skills and expand your capabilities related to your goals. Break mental barriers by challenging limiting beliefs that undermine your goal-setting confidence. Use affirmations that reinforce your ability to set and achieve goals. Positive self-talk strengthens resolve. Balance ambition with realism to avoid burnout or discouragement. Approach goal setting as a dynamic process that evolves with your growth and experiences. Practice gratitude for the opportunities that goal setting and problem solving provide. Recognize that clear goals reduce anxiety by transforming vague worries into actionable plans. Commit to starting immediately. Procrastination stalls progress and breeds doubt. Even small initial steps lead to momentum. Setting clear goals transforms problem solving from reactive to strategic. It aligns your efforts with meaningful outcomes and provides a roadmap through complexity. When you guide your actions with well-defined objectives, you build confidence, maintain motivation, and increase your chances of lasting success. This clarity fuels continuous improvement and empowers you to overcome challenges with purpose and precision. Chapter 14. Develop daily routines that support solution-focused thinking habits. Developing daily routines that nurture solution-focused thinking transforms how you approach each day and every challenge. When your mind is trained to habitually seek answers and possibilities, problems lose their power to overwhelm. Routines create structure and consistency, allowing you to practice this mindset effortlessly. Over time, these habits become second nature, making problem-solving an integral part of your life rather than a stressful exception. Begin by dedicating a specific time each day to reflect on challenges and actively brainstorm solutions. This practice builds mental discipline and signals to your brain that problem-solving is a priority. Whether it's in the morning, during a lunch break, or before bed, this routine grounds your mindset in positivity and progress. Start your day by setting clear intentions that focus on seeking solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Affirm your commitment to approaching difficulties with curiosity and action. This simple mental preparation sets a proactive tone and frames the day's mindset. Incorporate journaling as a daily habit. Writing down challenges alongside potential solutions encourages clarity and creativity. Journaling serves as a space for brainstorming, tracking progress, and reflecting on lessons learned. Over time, this documentation reveals patterns and deepens your understanding of effective strategies. Practice gratitude each day to shift focus from obstacles to opportunities. Recognizing what is going well balances perspective and increases optimism. Gratitude softens frustration and encourages a mindset open to solutions. Build a habit of asking yourself solution-oriented questions throughout the day. Instead of reacting with "why is this happening?" replace it with "what can I do right now to improve this?" or "who can I ask for help?" These questions train your mind to stay focused on actionable steps rather than problems. Create physical or digital reminders in your environment that prompt solution-focused thinking. Notes, quotes, or images placed where you will see them regularly reinforce your mental habits. These reminders serve as gentle nudges to maintain your commitment. Designate time to learn and practice problem-solving techniques as part of your routine. Whether it's reading books, listening to podcasts, or engaging in exercises, continuous learning enhances your skills and confidence. Consistency in education builds a stronger foundation for solution-oriented thinking. Limit exposure to negative influences during your day. This includes avoiding environments, conversations, or media that encourage complaining or victim mentality. Instead, seek interactions and content that uplift and inspire proactive behavior. Integrate mindfulness or meditation into your routine to increase awareness of your thoughts and reactions. These practices help you notice when problem-focused thinking creeps in and allow you to gently redirect attention towards solutions. Set small daily goals focused on solving specific challenges. These mini objectives create a sense of accomplishment and reinforce the habit of taking initiative. Tracking completion of these goals fuels motivation and momentum. Practice breaking down problems into manageable parts every day. This habit reduces overwhelm and makes solutions more accessible. Consistent application strengthens your problem-solving muscle and builds confidence. Include physical activity in your daily schedule. Exercise boosts mental clarity and reduces stress, which improves your ability to think creatively and calmly about challenges. Engage in daily positive self-talk that supports your solution-focused mindset. Replace doubts and complaints with affirmations of capability and resourcefulness. This practice rewires your brain toward constructive thinking. Allocate time for reflection at the end of each day. Review the problems you faced, actions taken, and lessons learned. Reflecting consolidates progress and highlights areas for improvement, making tomorrow's efforts more effective. Develop the habit of seeking feedback regularly. Constructive input from others provides fresh perspectives and uncovers blind spots. Consistent feedback loops enhance your problem-solving strategies and expand your toolkit. Practice patience daily as you work towards solutions. Remind yourself that meaningful progress often comes from persistent effort rather than instant fixes. Patience as a routine attitude prevents frustration and burnout. Balance your schedule to include breaks and relaxation. Rest restores mental energy and creativity, enabling sustained solution-focused thinking. Avoiding fatigue protects your ability to respond thoughtfully to problems. Incorporate collaborative problem-solving sessions into your routine when possible. Engaging with others sparks new ideas and fosters shared commitment. Regular collaboration strengthens your approach and builds support networks. Use technology mindfully to support your habits. Productivity apps, reminders, and planning tools can help organize tasks and track progress. Leveraging these resources keeps your focus on solutions efficient and manageable. Adjust your routines as needed based on effectiveness and changing circumstances. Flexibility ensures that your habits remain relevant and supportive over time. Commit to consistency, understanding that repeated practice is key to forming lasting solution-focused habits. Even small daily actions accumulate to profound shifts in mindset and behavior. Celebrate daily achievements related to problem solving to reinforce motivation. Acknowledging success, no matter how small, fuels confidence and enjoyment in the process. Avoid multitasking that disrupts focus on solutions. Prioritize tasks that align with your goals and give them full attention. Focused effort leads to deeper insight and better outcomes. Maintain a learning journal where you note new strategies, insights, and reflections. This living record guides your growth and inspires continued development. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage solution-oriented thinking. Their energy and habits influence your own mindset and actions positively. Set boundaries to protect your time and mental space from negativity or distractions. Clear limits preserve your ability to engage fully in your routines. Start your routine each day with a brief meditation or breathing exercise to center your mind. Beginning calm primes your brain for clear and solution-focused thinking. Use visualization regularly to imagine yourself solving problems effectively. This mental practice builds confidence and readiness. Practice saying yes to challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. This simple affirmation shifts your approach and opens doors to creative solutions. Develop resilience daily by embracing obstacles as chances to strengthen your skills. Viewing challenges this way cultivates endurance and optimism. Replace habitual complaining moments with deliberate solution-seeking actions. Each choice strengthens your new mental habits and diminishes old patterns. Maintain a balanced perspective by acknowledging problems without allowing them to dominate your thinking. This equilibrium supports a steady focus on solutions. Track your daily progress with simple checklists or notes to stay aware of your growth. Visibility of achievements encourages persistence. Seek out mentors or coaches to guide and refine your routines. Their experience offers valuable feedback and accountability. Use humor and lightheartedness to reduce stress around problems. A relaxed attitude enhances creative thinking and resilience. Practice humility by acknowledging when you don't have all the answers and seeking help or additional information. Openness increases your resource pool for solutions. Keep your routines manageable and enjoyable to ensure long-term commitment. Overly complicated habits are hard to sustain. Integrate learning from failures as regular routine moments. Analyze what didn't work and adjust your approach accordingly. Develop a morning ritual that primes your mind for solution-focused thinking. This might include reading inspiring content, setting intentions, or planning the day's priorities. Create an evening ritual to unwind and reflect constructively on the day's challenges and achievements. Use positive reinforcement by rewarding yourself for sticking to your routines and making progress. Rewards maintain enthusiasm and commitment. Balance goal-oriented actions with moments of creativity and exploration to keep your mind flexible and engaged. Emphasize the process of growth rather than just outcomes to reduce pressure and sustain motivation. Recognize that developing daily routines for solution-focused thinking is a continuous journey. Commit to steady effort and celebrate every step forward. This commitment transforms your relationship with challenges, turning daily problem-solving into a natural, empowering habit. Your routines become the foundation for a resilient and proactive mindset that guides you through life's complexities with confidence and clarity. Chapter 15. Use positive language to reinforce your commitment to solutions. The words you choose every day shape your reality more than you might realize. Positive language is a powerful tool that reinforces your commitment to finding solutions rather than getting stuck in problems. When you speak and think using uplifting and constructive words, you strengthen your mindset, influence your emotions, and encourage productive action. This deliberate choice creates a foundation of optimism and resilience that drives meaningful change. Language acts as a guide for your thoughts. Negative expressions often lead to a spiral of doubt, fear, and resistance. For example, saying, "I can't do this," or "this is impossible," narrows your perspective and reduces your capacity to seek answers. In contrast, positive phrases open doors to creativity and possibility. Replacing "I can't" with "I will find a way" shifts your brain toward proactive thinking and solutions. The way you describe challenges also matters. Words like problem, failure, or struggle carry heavy emotional weight and can increase stress and anxiety. Using language that frames difficulties as opportunities, lessons, or stepping stones lessens their negative impact and motivates action. This change in vocabulary influences how you perceive and respond to obstacles. Positive language encourages persistence. When faced with setbacks, affirmations such as "I am learning and growing," or "every step brings me closer to my goal," nurture patience and determination. These statements remind you that progress often involves effort and time, reducing frustration and enhancing endurance. In conversations with others, choosing constructive words fosters collaboration and mutual encouragement. Complaints and criticisms often lead to defensiveness or disengagement. Instead, expressing challenges with solution-oriented language invites dialogue and joint problem-solving. For example, saying "let's explore how we can improve this," rather than "this isn't working," opens the door for teamwork and creativity. Internal dialogue plays a significant role in reinforcing your commitment. Self-talk influences your confidence and motivation more than external opinions. Practice monitoring your inner voice and consciously replacing negative or doubtful thoughts with positive, empowering statements. This habit rewires your brain toward a solution-focused mindset. Use present tense and action verbs in your language to generate momentum. Saying, "I am working on improving this," or "I choose to act now," grounds you in the here and now, promoting immediate engagement rather than procrastination or worry. Avoid absolutes such as "always" or "never" when describing situations or yourself. These words create rigid thinking that blocks flexibility and growth. Instead, use balanced language that acknowledges challenges while emphasizing progress, like "I am making improvements," or "this is difficult but manageable." Incorporate gratitude expressions in your language regularly. Phrases like "I appreciate the opportunity to learn," or "I am thankful for the resources I have," shift focus from lack to abundance, fostering a positive mindset that supports solution finding. Replace victim language with empowerment language consistently. Rather than saying, "This happened to me," I choose how to respond. This subtle change affirms your agency and commitment to taking control of your circumstances. Use goal-focused language to keep your intentions clear and motivating. Statements such as, "I am committed to finding solutions," or "I will take steps every day toward my goals," provide direction and strengthen your resolve. Practice speaking about challenges with curiosity instead of judgment. Questions like, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I approach this differently?" promote open-mindedness and innovation. Limit the use of blame language, which can create resistance and conflict. Focus instead on identifying actions and possibilities, saying, "What can we do to improve this?" rather than, "Who caused this problem?" Use affirmations daily to reinforce your positive language habits. Repeat phrases like, "I am capable and resourceful," "Solutions come naturally to me," or "I embrace challenges as growth opportunities." Affirmations train your subconscious mind to support your conscious goals. In writing and journaling, choose words that emphasize progress, learning, and possibility. Documenting your journey with positive language encourages reflection and motivation. Encourage others to use positive language by modeling it yourself. Your words influence those around you, creating an environment where solution-focused thinking thrives. Be mindful of tone as well as content. A calm, confident tone reinforces the positive intent behind your words and encourages constructive responses from others. Use humor and lightness in your language to reduce stress and open creative thinking. A playful attitude toward challenges can reveal unexpected solutions. Recognize that changing language habits takes time and conscious effort. Be patient with yourself as you practice new ways of speaking and thinking. Avoid negative self-labels such as "I am a failure" or "I am unlucky." Replace these with affirmations of growth and resilience, like "I am learning and improving every day." Use language to set boundaries clearly and respectfully. Saying, "I am focused on finding solutions, so I choose not to engage in complaints," asserts your commitment and protects your mindset. Celebrate successes with positive language that acknowledges effort and progress, reinforcing the value of solution-focused communication. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself and others. Reframe narratives that emphasize helplessness or obstacles into stories of empowerment and possibility. Practice active listening to pick up on positive language cues from others and mirror them in your responses. This builds rapport and encourages collaborative problem-solving. Use visual language that paints clear pictures of success and solutions. Describing specific outcomes and actions creates mental clarity and motivation. Be consistent in using positive language in all areas of your life, including work, relationships, and personal goals. Consistency strengthens neural pathways and reinforces the solution mindset. Take responsibility for your language choices, understanding their power to shape your mental state and reality. This awareness motivates intentional communication. Train yourself to catch negative phrases early and reframe them immediately. This quick mental switch builds resilience and optimism. Use language to inspire and motivate yourself daily. Powerful words can ignite passion and commitment when enthusiasm wanes. Recognize that words are tools. Using them skillfully creates a mental environment conducive to success and fulfillment. Seek feedback from trusted friends or mentors on your language habits. External perspectives help identify patterns you might miss. Develop a list of go-to positive phrases and affirmations that resonate deeply with you. Having ready language supports consistent practice. Celebrate the impact of your positive language by reflecting on changes in your thoughts, emotions, and actions over time. Understand that language not only reflects but also shapes your identity. Choose words that represent the person you want to become. Replace "I have to" with "I choose to shift from obligation to empowerment. Use encouraging language with yourself during setbacks to maintain motivation and reduce self-criticism. Remember that positive language creates a ripple effect. Your words influence your mood, your actions, and the people around you, amplifying the power of your commitment to solutions. Commit today to speak and think with words that reinforce your focus on solutions. This conscious choice rewires your mind and strengthens your ability to overcome challenges with clarity and confidence. Chapter 16. Surround yourself with solution-oriented people for continuous growth. Choosing the company you keep plays a critical role in shaping your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. Surrounding yourself with solution-oriented people creates an environment that nurtures continuous growth and empowers you to tackle challenges effectively. These individuals influence your thoughts, inspire action, and provide valuable support when you face difficulties. Their presence helps maintain your focus on finding answers instead of getting stuck in problems. Being around people who consistently look for solutions teaches you to adopt a similar approach naturally. Their attitudes and behaviors serve as a model showing you how to handle adversity with positivity and resilience. This influence can gently shift your own thinking patterns, making solution-focused responses your default. Solution-oriented individuals often bring a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. When problems arise, they see opportunities to learn, innovate, and improve. Their perspective encourages creative thinking and prevents despair. Being exposed to this outlook regularly broadens your own vision and opens your mind to new approaches. In addition to mindset, these people demonstrate practical problem-solving skills that you can observe and learn from. Watching how they break down complex issues, communicate effectively, and take decisive action builds your own capacity. Their experience becomes a resource that enhances your problem-solving toolbox. Support is another key benefit of surrounding yourself with solution-focused people. They offer encouragement during setbacks and celebrate your progress. This positive reinforcement fuels motivation and resilience, helping you maintain momentum when challenges feel overwhelming. Constructive feedback from these individuals helps you identify blind spots and areas for improvement. They provide honest and thoughtful input, pushing you to refine your strategies and grow. Their insights prevent stagnation and encourage continuous development. Networking with solution-oriented people expands your access to resources, knowledge, and opportunities. Their connections and shared experiences create a valuable community that supports your goals. This collective wisdom accelerates your learning curve and enhances your problem-solving effectiveness. Surrounding yourself with such individuals requires intentional effort. Seek out groups, clubs, or communities focused on growth, innovation, and positive action. Engaging in these spaces immerses you in an environment where solution-focused thinking is the norm. Choose mentors who exemplify the qualities you wish to develop. Learning directly from their guidance and example provides personalized support and accelerates your transformation. Their encouragement and accountability strengthen your commitment. Evaluate your current relationships and consider their impact on your mindset. Distance yourself from individuals who dwell on problems, spread negativity, or resist change. These influences drain energy and hinder your progress. Develop new friendships by showing genuine interest in people who demonstrate optimism, creativity, and resilience. Building connections based on shared values fosters mutual growth and support. Engage actively in conversations that emphasize solutions rather than complaints. This practice reinforces your mindset and invites others to join you in constructive dialogue. Offer help and encouragement to solution-oriented peers. Supporting others creates reciprocal relationships and deepens your engagement with growth-oriented communities. Learn to recognize and appreciate diverse problem-solving styles among your peers. Exposure to different approaches enriches your perspective and enhances your adaptability. Attend workshops, seminars, or conferences that focus on personal development and solution-focused strategies. These events provide opportunities to meet like-minded individuals and expand your network. Use online platforms and forums to connect with people committed to positive growth. Virtual communities offer access to global perspectives and resources. Practice active listening when interacting with solution-oriented people. Their insights often contain valuable lessons and inspiration that can guide your own journey. Share your experiences and challenges openly within these communities. Vulnerability invites support and fosters deeper connections. Celebrate the achievements of those around you. A culture of recognition encourages continuous effort and positivity. Maintain humility and openness to learning from others regardless of their status or background. Everyone has unique experiences that contribute to your growth. Set boundaries to protect your mindset from toxic or draining relationships. Prioritize your mental and emotional well-being by choosing company that uplifts. Practice gratitude for the positive influence of solution-focused people in your life. Acknowledging their impact strengthens your relationships and mindset. Observe how these individuals handle stress and setbacks. Their coping strategies offer valuable models for your own resilience. Adopt collaborative attitudes that emphasize shared success over competition. Cooperation enhances creativity and problem-solving capacity. Invite feedback and be receptive to constructive criticism. This openness is a hallmark of growth-oriented individuals. Be proactive in initiating connections with potential mentors or peers who inspire you. Taking initiative builds confidence and expands your support network. Use social activities as opportunities to connect with solution-focused people. Informal interactions often lead to meaningful relationships. Recognize that surrounding yourself with positive influences is a continuous process. Regularly assess and adjust your social circle to maintain alignment with your growth goals. Cultivate patience as you build new relationships. Trust and rapport develop over time and contribute to deeper support systems. Balance receiving support with contributing value to your community. Giving back fosters mutual respect and strengthens bonds. Encourage solution-focused dialogue in your existing relationships. Your example can inspire change in others. Stay curious about others' experiences and insights. This openness fosters learning and enriches your perspective. Develop emotional intelligence to navigate social dynamics effectively. Understanding others' feelings and motivations enhances connection and collaboration. Practice forgiveness and compassion within your relationships. These qualities sustain long-term positive interactions. Use humor and positivity to create enjoyable social environments. Joyful connections energize and motivate continued growth. Maintain integrity and authenticity in your interactions. Genuine relationships are more supportive and resilient. Invest time and energy consistently in nurturing your solution-oriented community. Relationships require care and attention to flourish. Celebrate milestones and successes collectively. Shared achievements build camaraderie and reinforce positive momentum. Recognize the ripple effect of your social environment on your mindset and behavior. Surrounding yourself with solution-focused people elevates not just your thinking, but your actions and outcomes. Commit to creating and sustaining relationships that inspire continuous growth and empower you to face life's challenges with confidence and creativity. This intentional social ecosystem becomes a vital source of strength, insight and motivation on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Chapter 17. Reflect regularly on progress and adjust your solution strategies. Regular reflection on your progress is an essential practice for continuous growth and effective problem solving. Taking time to pause, evaluate your actions, and honestly assess the outcomes empowers you to make informed decisions about your next steps. Without reflection, efforts can become aimless, and mistakes may repeat unnecessarily. Reflection deepens your self-awareness and sharpens your ability to adjust strategies when needed. Approach reflection with curiosity and openness rather than judgment. The goal is to learn and improve, not to criticize or dwell on failure. This mindset creates a safe space for honest assessment and constructive insight. Set aside dedicated time regularly to review your progress. This might be daily, weekly, or monthly, depending on the nature of your goals and challenges. Consistency in reflection builds a habit that keeps your growth intentional and focused. Start by reviewing what you intended to achieve and the actions you took. Compare your actual results with your goals to identify gaps and successes. This comparison highlights what worked well and what needs change. Examine the obstacles you encountered without blaming yourself or others. Understanding the causes of setbacks allows you to address root issues instead of just symptoms. Look for patterns or recurring challenges that may require a new approach. Evaluate your problem-solving methods critically. Ask yourself if your strategies are efficient and aligned with your goals. Consider whether you sought enough information, consulted the right resources, or involved supportive people. Use reflective questions to guide your assessment. Questions like, what did I learn from this experience? How could I approach this differently next time? And what small adjustments can improve my results? Provoke deeper insight and creative thinking. Document your reflections in a journal or digital log. Writing consolidates your thoughts, makes patterns visible over time, and creates a record to track growth. Reviewing past entries often reveals progress and sparks new ideas. Celebrate your achievements during reflection. Acknowledging progress, no matter how small, boosts motivation and confidence. Recognize the effort and persistence that brought you forward. Be honest about areas that need improvement and commit to specific changes. Avoid vague intentions. Instead, set clear action steps that address weaknesses or missed opportunities. Involve trusted friends, mentors, or coaches in your reflection process. Their external perspectives provide valuable feedback and challenge blind spots you might overlook. Discussing your progress openly encourages accountability and fresh insights. Adjust your strategies based on your reflections. Flexibility is key to overcoming obstacles and seizing new opportunities. Be willing to experiment with different approaches and learn from the outcomes. Keep your adjustments realistic and manageable. Drastic changes can overwhelm or confuse your efforts. Small incremental improvements are often more sustainable and effective. Track the impact of your strategy changes in subsequent reflections. Notice how modifications influence results and refine your approach accordingly. This cycle of action, reflection, and adjustment creates momentum. Develop patience as reflection and adjustment may take time to yield visible results. Avoid frustration by focusing on the process and the lessons it offers. Balance reflection with forward momentum. While analysis is vital, avoid getting stuck in overthinking. Use reflection to inform action, then move confidently toward your goals. Reflect on your mindset and emotional responses during problem solving. Notice if negativity, fear, or impatience influenced your decisions. Cultivating emotional awareness helps you maintain a solution-focused attitude. Practice gratitude in your reflections by acknowledging opportunities to grow and learn. This positive focus increases resilience and motivation. Set reflection rituals to signal the importance of this practice. This might include lighting a candle, meditating briefly, or creating a comfortable space. Rituals enhance focus and consistency. Use technology mindfully to support reflection. Apps or voice memos can capture insights anytime, making the process more flexible and accessible. Engage in reflective dialogue with peers or groups who share your growth mindset. Collective reflection generates new perspectives and encourages shared learning. Review your goals regularly during reflection. Confirm that they remain relevant and inspiring. Update or refine goals as your circumstances and understanding evolve. Identify distractions or habits that may hinder your progress. Reflection reveals these obstacles, enabling you to eliminate or reduce their impact. Visualize successful outcomes during reflection. Imagining the benefits of your efforts enhances motivation and clarifies purpose. Develop a balanced view by acknowledging both strengths and areas for growth. This perspective sustains confidence while encouraging continual improvement. Use reflection to assess your use of resources such as time, energy, and support. Efficient resource management increases your problem-solving capacity. Challenge limiting beliefs that surface during reflection. Replace doubts with empowering thoughts to maintain momentum. Keep an open mind toward feedback and new information that may alter your strategies. Adaptability is crucial in a constantly changing environment. Recognize that reflection is not about perfection but progress. Accept imperfections as part of the learning journey. Maintain consistency in your reflection practice, even during busy or stressful times. Discipline in reflections strengthens your growth mindset. Seek inspiration from role models who use reflection effectively. Their examples can guide your own practices. Practice self-compassion during reflection. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when facing setbacks. Encourage curiosity by asking, "What else can I learn from this?" or "How can this experience expand my skills?" These questions open pathways to deeper growth. Keep your reflections focused and concise to prevent overwhelm. Prioritize key insights and actionable adjustments. Use reflection to build confidence in your problem-solving abilities. Recognize the progress you've made and the skills you've developed. Develop a habit of ending reflection sessions with a clear intention or commitment for the next period. This directs your energy and focus. Recognize that regular reflection and adjustment cultivate resilience by preparing you to navigate future challenges more effectively. View reflection as an ongoing conversation with yourself, evolving as you learn and grow. This continuous dialogue fosters wisdom and mastery. Celebrate the transformative power of reflection by acknowledging how it enhances your ability to focus on solutions and achieve meaningful results. By embracing regular reflection and adjusting your strategies, you empower yourself to navigate complexity with clarity, confidence, and purpose. This practice turns challenges into opportunities and sustains your journey of lifelong growth and success. Chapter 18. Celebrate small wins to build momentum towards bigger solutions. Every significant achievement starts with a small step. Recognizing and celebrating these small wins creates powerful momentum that propels you toward larger, more complex solutions. These moments of progress reinforce your confidence, sustain motivation, and build a positive cycle of continuous improvement. Ignoring or minimizing small victories can leave you feeling discouraged and disconnected from your goals. But intentionally acknowledging them cultivates a mindset that embraces growth and possibility. Small wins serve as tangible proof that your efforts are effective. Each success, no matter how modest, is evidence that you are moving forward and that your strategies are working. This acknowledgement fuels your belief in yourself and your capacity to overcome challenges. Celebration is not just about feeling good. It strengthens the neural pathways associated with motivation and goal-directed behavior. When you reward yourself for progress, your brain releases positive chemicals like dopamine, which encourage you to repeat the behaviors that led to success. This biological response deepens your commitment and resilience. Tracking small wins helps maintain focus. By documenting your achievements, you create a visible record of progress that counters discouragement during difficult phases. Looking back at what you've accomplished reminds you that setbacks are temporary and that steady effort leads to results. Breaking down large goals into smaller, achievable tasks makes success more attainable. Completing these smaller tasks builds a pattern of achievement that reinforces your ability to tackle bigger challenges. This approach reduces overwhelm and provides clear direction. Celebrate progress with intentionality. Simple gestures, such as taking a moment to reflect, sharing your achievement with others, or treating yourself to a small reward, acknowledge your effort and encourage continued action. These acts convey respect for your journey and reinforce positive habits. Recognizing small wins nurtures gratitude. Appreciating your incremental successes shifts your attention from what's lacking to what's growing. This perspective cultivates optimism and openness to further progress. Sharing your successes within supportive communities amplifies their impact. Positive feedback from others boosts your morale and creates a network of encouragement. This social reinforcement deepens your motivation and commitment. Use celebration as a way to build momentum. Each win is a stepping stone that prepares you for the next challenge. Viewing progress as a continuous path keeps you engaged and energized. Be mindful to celebrate the process, not just the outcome. Acknowledging effort, learning and persistence honors the journey and cultivates a growth mindset that embraces challenges. Avoid waiting for perfection or major milestones to celebrate. Doing so risks delaying motivation and missing the joy of progress. Every step forward deserves recognition. Customize celebrations to what feels meaningful and motivating for you. This personalized celebrations to what feels meaningful and motivating for you. This personalization increases the emotional impact and reinforces positive associations. Use positive self-talk to highlight your small wins. Statements like, "I'm proud of this progress," or "Each step brings me closer to my goal," strengthen your internal encouragement. Incorporate celebration into your daily routine. Brief pauses to acknowledge wins integrate this practice seamlessly into your life and maintain momentum. Balance celebration with humility. Recognize achievements without complacency, maintaining a clear focus on ongoing growth. Reflect on the lessons learned from each small win. Understanding what contributed to success informs future strategies and deepens your problem-solving skills. Encourage others to celebrate their small wins. Creating a culture of recognition fosters collective motivation and resilience. Use visualization techniques to relive your successes and boost confidence. Imagining positive outcomes enhances your belief in future achievements. Set incremental goals that allow for frequent wins. This structure supports steady progress and regular celebration opportunities. Monitor your emotional responses to success. Positive feelings enhance your drive and reinforce solution-focused thinking. Avoid comparing your progress to others. Celebrate your unique journey and accomplishments to maintain self-confidence and motivation. Combine celebration with reflection to maximize learning and growth. This dual practice deepens insight and energizes action. Use celebrations as markers of accountability. Acknowledging wins publicly or privately creates commitment to continued effort. Recognize that setbacks do not negate your wins. Maintain perspective by valuing progress alongside challenges. Integrate gratitude practices with celebration to amplify positive mindset and resilience. Celebrate creativity and innovation as wins, even if outcomes are still in progress. This recognition encourages experimentation and learning. Cultivate patience by appreciating small steps as essential building blocks. This attitude reduces frustration and fosters endurance. Track cumulative wins to visualize how small successes build over time. This overview inspires confidence and persistence. Share your journey transparently, including small wins and lessons learned, to inspire others and attract support. Create rituals around celebrating progress. Rituals signal importance and deepen emotional connection to achievements. Celebrate growth in mindset and attitude, not just external results. This internal progress sustains long-term success. Use celebration to reinforce your identity as a solution-focused person. Consistent recognition of wins builds self-image aligned with growth. Allow celebrations to rejuvenate your energy and creativity. Taking time to enjoy success replenishes motivation for future challenges. Recognize that celebration is a form of self-care. Valuing yourself and your efforts supports well-being and balance. Celebrate adaptability and flexibility in your approach. Acknowledging these qualities strengthens resilience and problem-solving capacity. Use celebrations to pause and appreciate the journey rather than rushing toward the next goal. This mindfulness enhances satisfaction and fulfillment. Embrace joy as a vital component of growth. Positive emotions create fertile ground for learning and success. Celebrate milestones with meaningful gestures that reflect your values and aspirations. Personal significance deepens impact. Recognize that celebrating small wins fosters a positive feedback loop that accelerates progress and enriches your life. Commit to making celebration a consistent practice. This habit sustains momentum and nurtures a lifelong commitment to solutions. By valuing and celebrating small wins, you create a foundation of confidence and enthusiasm that empowers you to overcome challenges and achieve larger goals. This approach transforms your growth journey into an inspiring and rewarding experience, filled with continuous progress and meaningful success. Chapter 19. Commit to lifelong learning to improve your problem-solving skills. Committing to lifelong learning is the cornerstone of continually enhancing your problem-solving skills. Growth doesn't end with formal education or a specific accomplishment. It is an ongoing process that demands dedication and curiosity. Adopting a mindset that values learning ensures you remain adaptable, resourceful, and ready to face new challenges with confidence. The world changes rapidly, and the ability to learn continuously equips you to navigate complexity and discover fresh solutions. Lifelong learning starts with humility and recognizing that no matter how much you know, there is always more to explore. Embracing this openness cultivates a growth mindset that welcomes challenges as opportunities to deepen your understanding. This mindset reduces fear of failure because mistakes become valuable lessons rather than setbacks. Investing time and effort in learning new skills, concepts and perspectives sharpens your cognitive abilities and broadens your problem-solving toolkit. It increases your capacity to analyze situations from different angles, identify underlying issues, and devise creative strategies. Learning does not require formal institutions or expensive programs. It can happen daily through reading, listening, observing, experimenting, and engaging with others. The key is to be intentional and consistent in seeking knowledge. Reading books, articles, and research on various topics enhances your ability to connect ideas and apply insights to real-life problems. Exposure to diverse fields stimulates creativity and fosters interdisciplinary thinking. Listening to podcasts, lectures, and interviews provides access to expert experiences and practical advice. These formats allow you to learn while multitasking or during downtime, maximizing your time. Engaging in conversations with people who have different backgrounds and viewpoints challenges your assumptions and expands your perspective. Dialogues encourage critical thinking and expose you to novel problem-solving methods. Applying what you learn promptly reinforces new knowledge and skills. Experimentation helps you test theories, adapt strategies, and learn from outcomes. This hands-on approach deepens understanding and builds confidence. Reflecting on your learning experiences consolidates lessons and identifies areas for further development. Reflection transforms passive absorption into active growth. Seeking feedback from mentors, peers, or coaches accelerates your progress. Constructive criticism guides improvement and uncovers blind spots. Developing discipline to prioritize learning amid busy schedules requires planning and commitment. Setting aside dedicated time each day or week for focused learning embeds the habit. Setting clear learning goals aligns your efforts with your personal and professional aspirations. Goals provide direction and motivation, helping you track progress. Keeping a learning journal or digital log organizes insights and reflections. Documenting your journey creates a resource for review and continuous improvement. Embracing curiosity fuels lifelong learning. Asking questions, exploring why and how, and seeking deeper understanding keeps you engaged and open. Recognizing that learning involves discomfort and challenge prepares you to persist through difficulties. Growth requires stepping beyond comfort zones and confronting uncertainty. Developing adaptability allows you to adjust your learning focus as your needs and environments change. Flexibility ensures your skills stay relevant. Combining theoretical knowledge with practical application enhances problem-solving effectiveness. Balancing study and experience creates well-rounded competence. Learning from failure is a vital component of lifelong growth. Analyzing what went wrong reveals insights that textbooks cannot provide. Pursuing diverse learning opportunities prevents stagnation and enriches your abilities. Exploring new subjects or skills cultivates versatility. Maintaining a learner's humility keeps you open to advice and new ideas. This attitude strengthens relationships and learning potential. Leveraging technology facilitates access to vast learning resources anytime and anywhere. Online courses, webinars, and communities offer flexible options. Engaging in group learning fosters collaboration, accountability, and shared knowledge. Participating in study groups or workshops accelerates development. Challenging yourself with increasingly complex problems enhances critical thinking and creativity. Progressive difficulty strengthens resilience and competence. Teaching others what you have learned reinforces your understanding and builds communication skills. Sharing knowledge creates a cycle of growth and contribution. Balancing depth and breadth in learning helps you specialize while maintaining generalist skills. This balance improves problem-solving across contexts. Recognizing the limits of your knowledge motivates ongoing learning. Curiosity about the unknown propels continuous exploration. Celebrating milestones in your learning journey motivates sustained effort and acknowledges progress. Being patient with the pace of learning avoids frustration and burnout. Mastery requires time and perseverance. Integrating learning into your lifestyle ensures it becomes a natural and enjoyable part of your daily routine. Using learning to enhance emotional intelligence improves your interactions and decision-making, vital for solving complex problems. Remaining resilient in the face of setbacks during learning strengthens character and determination. Practicing mindfulness during learning enhances focus, retention, and understanding. Seeking inspiration from successful lifelong learners encourages your own commitment. Viewing learning as a lifelong adventure turns challenges into opportunities for discovery and growth. Building a personal learning network connects you with mentors, peers, and resources that support your development. Setting boundaries to protect learning time preserves your commitment amid distractions. Recognizing that lifelong learning contributes to personal fulfillment as well as professional success deepens your motivation. Valuing the process of learning itself rather than just outcomes cultivates joy and engagement. Using curiosity-driven exploration leads to innovative problem-solving by uncovering unexpected connections. Incorporating diverse learning methods suits different styles and maximizes absorption. Developing critical thinking skills allows you to assess information objectively and make informed decisions. Being open to change and new information prevents stagnation and fosters evolution. Committing to lifelong learning transforms you into an agile problem solver prepared for any challenge. This dedication enriches your life and amplifies your impact by continuously expanding your knowledge, skills, and wisdom. Chapter 20. Lead by example and inspire others to focus on solutions. Taking the lead in focusing on solutions means embodying the mindset and behaviors you wish to inspire in others. Leadership by example is the most powerful way to influence those around you, because actions speak louder than words. When you consistently demonstrate a solution-focused attitude, you create a ripple effect that encourages others to adopt the same approach. People naturally gravitate toward those who handle challenges with clarity, calm, and constructive energy. Your demeanor and choices become a living lesson in resilience and positivity. Leading by example requires self-awareness and intentionality. It means recognizing your reactions to problems and consciously choosing responses that emphasize solutions over complaints. This discipline strengthens your character and sets a standard others can trust and respect. When difficulties arise, your calm and purposeful actions serve as an anchor for those who may feel overwhelmed or discouraged. Inspiring others is not about perfection, but authenticity. Sharing your own struggles and the ways you have overcome them with a solution mindset creates connection and relatability. Vulnerability builds trust and shows that focusing on solutions is achievable, even in tough situations. This openness invites others to engage with their own challenges constructively. Demonstrating problem-solving skills in everyday life provides practical examples for others to learn from. Whether in personal relationships, work environments, or community involvement, your approach models effective thinking and behavior, showing how to break down issues, seek information, collaborate, and take decisive steps offers a roadmap that others can follow. Communication plays a vital role in inspiring a solution-focused culture. Using positive, encouraging language reinforces the importance of focusing on what can be done rather than what went wrong. Framing discussions around opportunities and growth fosters optimism and shared commitment. Supporting and recognizing others' efforts to adopt solution-focused attitudes amplifies your influence. Encouragement nurtures confidence and reinforces positive change. Celebrating small victories collectively builds momentum and a sense of community around growth. Leading by example involves teaching and mentoring when appropriate. Sharing knowledge, offering guidance, and providing constructive feedback empower others to develop their problem-solving abilities. This investment in others creates a multiplying effect, expanding the impact beyond your immediate circle. Setting clear expectations about focusing on solutions creates an environment where this mindset is valued and practiced. Whether in teams or families, establishing norms encourages accountability and consistent effort. Your leadership helps shape the culture and behaviors of the group. Being a role model requires emotional intelligence. Managing your emotions and reactions in challenging moments demonstrates maturity and stability. Others observe how you handle pressure and adversity, learning to emulate your composure and resilience. Consistency in your actions builds credibility. Sporadic efforts to focus on solutions may confuse or discourage others. Regularly embodying this approach builds trust and solidifies your leadership role. Adaptability enhances your ability to lead effectively. As situations change, your willingness to adjust strategies while maintaining a solution focus shows flexibility and perseverance. This trait inspires others to remain open and proactive. Leading also means listening attentively and valuing diverse perspectives. Encouraging input from others fosters collaboration and innovation. Inclusive leadership draws on collective wisdom to develop better solutions. Facing setbacks with grace and determination teaches valuable lessons. Demonstrating how to learn from failure without losing momentum provides a blueprint for resilience. Your example shows that setbacks are not endpoints, but opportunities to refine and improve. Maintaining integrity and authenticity reinforces your influence. Genuine leadership, rooted in honesty and ethics, earns respect and motivates others to follow your example. Leading by example extends beyond words and actions to your overall presence and attitude. Being approachable, positive, and supportive creates an inviting atmosphere that encourages growth and solution-oriented thinking. Empowering others to take ownership of problems cultivates responsibility and initiative. Your leadership fosters independence and confidence in facing challenges. Providing resources, tools, or opportunities for skill development supports others' growth. Facilitating learning environments demonstrates commitment to continuous improvement. Recognizing the unique strengths and contributions of individuals motivates engagement and collaboration. Valuing diversity enriches problem-solving and builds stronger teams. Using storytelling to share examples of solution-focused success makes your leadership relatable and inspiring. Stories convey lessons memorably and emotionally. Encouraging experimentation and creativity promotes innovation. Your openness to new ideas signals that solutions can come from unexpected places. Balancing encouragement with accountability ensures progress. Holding yourself and others responsible for focusing on solutions maintains momentum and results. Staying patient and persistent in leadership nurtures sustained change. Transformation takes time and consistent effort. Celebrating collective achievements reinforces the power of teamwork and shared purpose. Success experienced together strengthens bonds and commitment. Using setbacks as teachable moments turns challenges into growth opportunities for everyone involved. Being mindful of your energy and attitude influences group dynamics positively. Your optimism and calm create a productive environment. Leading by example means continuously working on your own growth. Your dedication to improvement inspires others to do the same. Encouraging reflection and feedback promotes learning and adaptation. This openness cultivates a culture of excellence. Practicing gratitude and recognition nurtures morale and motivation. Appreciating efforts sustains enthusiasm. Building trust through transparency and communication deepens relationships and influence. Setting a vision focused on solutions aligns efforts and energizes the group. Modeling work-life balance demonstrates sustainable leadership and self-care. Encouraging a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity fosters cooperation and creativity. Inviting collaboration across boundaries expands resources and perspectives. Responding to criticism constructively shows maturity and inspires confidence. Facilitating conflict resolution with a solution-oriented approach models effective leadership. Being proactive rather than reactive keeps momentum forward and prevents stagnation. Encouraging continuous learning and curiosity sustains innovation and adaptability. Demonstrating courage in making difficult decisions builds respect and trust. Leading by example means showing kindness and empathy, even in tough situations. These qualities build connection and loyalty. Maintaining focus on long-term goals while managing immediate challenges balances vision with action. Showing resilience through setbacks inspires perseverance and hope. Encouraging others to share their ideas and solutions empowers ownership and creativity. Building community around shared values of problem-solving creates a supportive network. Using humor and positivity fosters a joyful and engaging environment. Listening deeply and valuing contributions builds inclusiveness and trust. Sharing successes and lessons learned motivates ongoing effort and improvement. Demonstrating humility and willingness to learn alongside others strengthens leadership. Modeling ethical behavior establishes standards for integrity and respect. Being consistent in your commitment to solutions builds lasting influence. Encouraging self-reflection and mindfulness supports personal growth and focus. Providing clear communication and direction ensures alignment and clarity. Acknowledging the interconnectedness of challenges promotes holistic solutions. Leading by example is a powerful catalyst for transformation. Your commitment to focusing on solutions inspires others to adopt the same mindset, creating a culture of resilience, creativity, and continuous growth. Through your actions, words, and presence, you demonstrate that challenges are opportunities for learning and success. This leadership not only transforms your life, but ignites positive change in those around you, building a legacy of empowerment and achievement.